Hey everybody, welcome back to Hex Token channel. Your host Superman, and of course, man, oh man, we've got a good show today. This is a live stream number 2. We're gonna have a lot of fun, of course. We've got lots of cool community members in the chat there. I know they're gonna drop a whole ton of alpha bombs on us. They always do. We've got such an awesome community, so look forward to that. It's gonna be pretty cool. And Brazolji's wondering. Brazolji's already asked the question I knew he was gonna ask. And that's just the way it goes. So we're going to get into that in a second. We've got a Power Ranger villain on our thumbnail there. So definitely check out, see whether you know which one that is. That'd be pretty cool. So get in there. You can go on your YouTube. You can do whatever you want. Check it out, but check it out, that's for sure. All right, let me just check up the updates here. Don't forget to smash the likes. Yeah, that's easy, free to do, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Smash that subscribe button. We're heading up towards 4,500 subscribers, so definitely smash that. Those subscribe buttons, and share the channel out there. Get the channel out. We're doing 2 live streams a day: Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex, of course, and of course reviewing third-party projects as well that are going into Pulsechain, that are going to pump our bags. That's just how it rolls. That's how we roll in crypto. And of course, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. But of course, we have a couple of specialty things inside our community. That is the fact that we are community focused. So that's pretty cool. We're going to enjoy the journey as well as the end game. And that's the way we're going to roll there. Now, as you guys know, we've been talking about Luna in the first live stream today. And that was a pretty cool. We did a cover of what happened with Luna. We had a cool article from Forbes. If you want to go back and check that. It had a really good basic summary. Obviously, there's a lot of more detail behind that. But it was a pretty good update there for sure. Now, obviously, when we finished the live stream about 4 hours ago, BTC had rebounded, almost hit 30,000, but just couldn't do it. And of course, that's what we said at the time. Said, hey, look, it's rebounded 30,000, but at the beginning of live stream, it was down at 28,800, 28,600. And of course, it rebounded just before 30,000. In fact, it got to 30,000 actually while we were on live stream. And of course, now since then, it's come back. And I said at the time, we've got a lot of volatility, expected to have a few challenges getting back over 30. And of course, here we are with the 27,400 right now. It has come back again, just relentlessly being crushed in the market. So if you're new to crypto, welcome to one of these series of decreases day after day after day. And it's because the shorters are selling down this market. They are kicking some butt for sure. All right, let's have a look at the moment. Let's see how we go. We're going to have to wait for the bulls to fight back. And eventually, I'm sure we'll hopefully get some sort of fight back there. Let's see how we go. J-Pon's in the house today. Yeah, boy. Good to see J-Pon with the Rockets as well. And got the first place badge today. Nice one, J-Pon. And it's now says, I have an excuse for not being first. I was onboarding. Yeah, boy. Hey, man, it represents for that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Onboarding. That is so cool. Big shout out. John in the house there. Good to see John William. Woo-hoo, Superman. Good to see you in the house. Who else we got in there? Props from us now. Absolutely. And Brazolji says, let's go. Absolutely cool one. Brazolji, I'm going to need your help later on, Brazolji. Going to need your help because you told me something. I forgot it. So, Brazolji, you're going to have to help me. We'll stay tuned for later on. J-Man's in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I hope Luna goes to 1 cent, says J-Man. Oh, man, that's a bit harsh. What about all those investors? We've got to think about the investors too, J-Man, because a lot of them many have lost their life savings. Some of the whales that used to be whales, crypto whales, have been crushed, including content creators have lost a lot. Some of those big content creators. What is the villain in that thumbnail? Let us know in the chat there. That is one of the biggest Power Ranger enemies. And of course, in Power Ranger shows, you often see the enemies stay back and they throw all these other sort of characters that are in their force. But this one here is always in the frontier there. So cool. Let us get us. We got Don. We got Dr. Gonzo in house. Good morning, everybody. Woo-hoo! And Dave in there too. If the dream is to buy your tokens coins at the lowest price, buy now and you'll be smiling later. That's right, Dave. Everyone's going to be trying to pick the market. So we'll see how that gets on. J-Pon says, thinks it's now. What I can say, it's been a lot of hard work, mate, to the top this once. And what else? We've got to jump through some of these. Older generations in the house there. Woo-hoo! Hello, world. Made it in time. Hello, world. That's what they type when you do your first code. You do your first code, maybe even Solidity code, Hello World code. That's probably what you do. And Brazil says $27,000 is unbelievable. Or what? We were at 28,800. That was the critical point. We have gone below that. Now we're in we're in shaky territory now, and we need a day close. It's always the day close that matters, probably. So we'll have to see how that goes. Harass in the house there. D-Hex is in the house, spending all your money. Yeah. Lies Beneath says, hello all. Hex, E-Hex, PLS, and PLSX for the win. That is the game changer. And if you saw the video I did this morning, it was all about Pulsechain, the hero of crypto. It's going to come and save crypto. That's what it's going to happen there. Knew I would ask this, Pulsechain. That's right, Pulsechain. I knew you'd ask. We're starting to get this symbiotic thing going where we can anticipate what's going on here. So it's pretty funny. I got a nice latte, so grab yourself a drink, sit back and relax, because we're going to be on for a little while. Who else did I get? What's up, Hexkins, Pulsekins, and Pulsexkins, says D-Hex. Nice. Is that Alex K in the chat? No way. We got Alex K in the chat. Man, oh man. Good to see you, Alex. 1.8 thousand ETH done. Lava everywhere, says Alex. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice the ETH price there, Alex. I was looking at the BTC price. Oh, man, that crashed. That was up at $2,400, now $1,800. Man, oh man, that's been absolutely crushed. Well, the bear is in now. The bear is in. It's going to be hard to push this back up. Well, they did tell you, sell in May and go away, says D-Hex. That's true. And that's going to be reinforced with this May. That's for sure. But we've got Pulsechain coming. That's coming, folks. Luna at 35 cents, says J-Man. We're going to get into that. Ashtray in the house there. Woohoo! And Donatello as well in the house. Good to see you, Donatello. D-Hex says, now they're all at the Bahamas spending your money. Yeah, that's probably true. Onboarding is the way to go, says J-Man. And let's go. Woo-hoo. Yeah, Pulsechain is the big thing. You think about it. It's kind of lava red everywhere, and Pulsechain is coming. It really is going to be the possibly even turn around crypto. It's going to be amazing to see that. James Bond, woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see you in the house. Another Hex Token, awesome member. And Gina's in there too. Hey, Gina, good to see you. And not Ninja's in as well. Hey, evening, gentle beings. Very cool. What else we got going there? We're going to jump through some of that. Tick of that like button, says Ninja. And J-Man says, I made good money on Luna in the past. I'm ready to get back in. Joe Blows in the house, waiting on Coinbase deposit to clear so I can buy this awesome dip. So excited. What are you actually buying, Joe? Let us know what you're buying. And Crypto Bloodbath, yeah, Hex is awesome, says DB. Hey, Kiwi Bloke, Kira. Hey, John Pike, Kira to you. Kira Koto Katoa Aotearoa. Woohoo! I'm rocking it here with the good old Mariana there. When will Hex bounce back, or is it downward trend now? We'll see. We were bounced back before. Remember, we bounced back we bounced up over 14 cents, I think, 14 cents, and then it got sold off by some more accounts. Oh, geez, from the looks of it, selling down. Now, the reason why is because when they do penalties and then sell down on the market, it's got to be some sort of large holders there, but a lot of burning. That all goes back to stakers. So we just ride through the price waves here. Bitcoin going to the low 20s. Looks like it, J-Man. Go Power Rangers, says Brennan. Yep, absolutely. J-Man says Pulse will do good in the bear market. I think so too. All right, I figured out who it was, says Prasology. Nice. And who else there? It's now, it says people getting out of ETH for the fork. They will get back in right after. And BTC just crapped itself, says Davis. In the house, woohoo! Hardy Hexalorian, good to see everybody. Hey, we've got a good crew coming in. We've got 56 people so far. And of course, this is one of my longest intros ever, 8 minutes and 40 seconds. So this is how we roll here. Under 25 says, yeah, under 25, definitely under 25. Probably down to 22, 23,000 mark is probably where it's going at the moment. Super excited for Pulsechain, says J-Man. Absolutely. G'day, all, says Par Excellence. And Joe Blow says, I have 5 digits waiting to buy more Hex from the snapshot. Nice one, Joe. Wow, that's some major play there. Very, very cool. All right, Dave's got the thumbs out. Pow with that. That's Joe Blow is coming in with the speed there. All right, so let's get on to it, folks. This is the market, $1,844 in ETH. Man, what a day. It's still going. The count is still going. Man, it's been, we missed the days when this was happening on the upside, right, where the greens were going the other way. We were going, man, that we're making so much money on that, blah, blah, up it goes. Here we are. We are testing. We're now in the second half of the bear market. And of course, I said that about the fact that over 30K, we want to stay. That's half a bear market. I've been saying that for months. And of course, here we are. We're starting to head into full bear market here. Where's it going to go? It's not, nothing's inevitable. But where's this going to go at this stage? 22, 23 kind of looks like where we could end up. But of course, maybe it has run out of steam. The problem is always those shorters. Those shorters, they just pile on to a wounded deer, or someone said a slaughtered deer. almost like that's a bit like hyenas or something like that. Anyway, we won't get into those analogies, but here we go. Let's get into it, folks. Terra. Let's have a look at Terra. Oh man, oh man. Oh gosh, 28 cents. Ouch, ouch. 97.4% pullback in the last hour. Back down to number 81 now. Oh, it's dropping like a pound. They're under $1 billion now too. Ouch, ouch. Man, every time I look at this, it's going down. Man, oh man, that is just getting absolutely smashed. Absolutely smashed. Oh my goodness. Remember, here's a look at the all-time here. We've got the all-time high, $119 a month ago. A month ago. 5th of April, $119. And now it is sitting at 28 cents. Oh my gosh. Top 10 coin. Down, down, down. This is dramatic, man. I'm just freaking out. Genuinely freaking out. This is just unbelievable. We're now only 163% above the all-time low of 12 cents. Oh my goodness. This is where it's going. Unbelievable. March 18th, 2020. Wow. Wow. Man, oh man. I feel sorry for the people that got in and made it big in crypto and Luna. I do feel sorry for them. That is just unfortunate. 28 cents. I know some of them may have got some of their money out. I know we had someone on earlier today that had just sold like 4 weeks ago and put it into Hex. Thank goodness for that. There will be a few good stories like that. But man, oh man, most people, I gather, will be caught in the falling knife that is Luna. Let's see how high low it goes. We can see in the chart here in the 24-hour, we are currently at the all-time low, just continuing to go down. Let's have a look at the 7 days. We can see it all began. Look, $80. $80 7 days ago, $87 7 days ago, and we have just plummeted. It was holding up at $60 on the 10th, and now it's just absolutely got pummeled in the last 2 days. So what's that? $60 down to 28 cents. Oh my gosh, what a bloodbath. What an absolute bloodbath. That's crazy stuff there. Let's jump over to Terra USD. That's doing better. That's actually at 70 cents. That's pretty a lot better. But if we take a simple market cap ratio, look at that. The market cap's still 10.2 billion. The stablecoin is supposed to be asset backed by what? Terra, and then of course indirectly Bitcoin. It was that Bitcoin play which was kind of lackluster. That's what I think showed that people thought this has got weakness. If they need to back it further by Bitcoin, even though it was an indirect backing, it was indirect. I think that was a big issue. So pretty bad deal. Also, the mechanism itself was based on the pump, the Luna coin just getting over capitalized, over speculated up versus the stable. And look at what we have done now. Man, oh man, we have absolutely clambered here. And there we are. So let's go to Terra here. We're going to scroll down. This is Terra price here over the last 24 hours. We're up at 77. We went to 30. We came back up, went to 30. We came back up to 84 just a couple of hours ago. That was 4 hours ago. And now here we are at 70 cents on the stable. And of course, we're 172% above the all-time low, 11th of May. That's just recently, 29.8. And of course, the all-time high was $1.09. So it has been above the peg, the $1 peg there on the 11th of January. Man, oh man, over a year ago. That is some crazy stuff right there. So very cool. Let's have a look at some of the tweets here from Terra. This is the official tweets here. And of course, we're going to refresh this actually. This is Terra Money. I'm going to post this in the chat there if you want to check this out. We're going to check that out. Bam. Gas price is also crazy on Ethereum. It is crazy, the gas price. Even if you wanted to snap up some of these deals, you've got some pretty heavy swapping fees to pay. Gas prices have been pretty heavy. All right, so this was the last update from the 19th of 19 hours ago. A statement from Stablecoin here. Do Kwon, the one of the two founders, and I think it's one of the two founders or one of the founders on the corrective course of Terra. We're not going anywhere, lunatics. Let's build together. Terra is here to stay, and of course you've got the link here for that. So you can have a look at the thread there. Dear Terra community, this is only 19 hours ago. No update since then. I understand the last 72 hours have been extremely tough on all of you. Well, it's just got tougher, hasn't it? In the last 19 hours in addition to that. So what's that? 80 plus 9. That's 91 hours now of extremely tough. And know that I'm resolved to work with every one of you to weather this crisis, and we'll build our way out of this together. I mean, that's pretty positive to have a leader do it. It's not always their fault when the tokenomics gets too out of control. But hey, people are he's going to be up there as one of the villains of crypto, I no doubt. I wish them the very best. Though Quan says first, if you don't understand how Terra Peg's stabilization mechanism works, here's a good overview. This is from Pedro Oja. And of course, this person here did a well-known post about the downward spiral, the death spiral in Luna model. And of course, this goes here, how to predict when the DPEG will end, bringing back my death spiraling Luna model. Turns out it was accurate. All of those didn't age well, Jabs, as it didn't age well. So obviously the price mooned for Luna, and people were giving him flack about his death spiral with the tokenomics. And of course, he ended up being the one who was right. And of course, that didn't age. You know how people get in and say, "Oh, that didn't age well, your post." And then of course he's come back and said, "Well, this is the ultimate thing here." And of course, the evidence, the proof is in the pudding. And it turns out that he was right there, 27.4 cents and 66 on the stable. Hardcore stuff there. So that's a pretty cool post. And of course, I got that post here. I'm not going to read all that, but it's got the whole post there. It's a pretty big deal. You can check it out yourself. I don't want to overdo the time. I just want to read the official post here from Duquan. Review of the current situation. UST is currently trading at 50 cents. Well, obviously, UST is actually trading a bit higher than that now. Significant deviation from the peg at $1. So obviously, this decentralized stablecoin has basically failed. And of course, the speculation got out of control. Now, if we look at the market cap for Terra USD, we've got 10.2 billion there. And if we look at the market cap as a basic way, we can see that we're only 730 million here now. So now, obviously, the stable coin is backed by what? A 10th of the value, not even that, a 15th of the value. It's pretty crazy stuff on a market cap basis. Obviously, there's other ways of looking at that, but that's where it is. Obviously, got a TVL number there. Haven't got that pulled up, but there we are. So the price stabilization mechanism absorbing UST supply, over 10% total supply, but the cost of absorbing so much stable coins at the same time has stretched out on the on-chain swap spread at 240%, and Luna price has diminished dramatically, absorbing the arbitrage there, the arbs. Number 6, before anything else, the only path forward will be to absorb the stable coin supply that it wants to exit before USD can start to repeg. There is no way about it. We proposed several remedial measures to aid the PEG mechanism to absorb the supply. And then number 7, first we endorsed the community proposal, and this actually hit the news, right? This here we do endorse the community proposal 1164 to increase base pool from 50 million to 100 million SDR, decrease pool recovery block from 36 to 18. This will increase minting capacity from 293 million to 1200 million. This should allow the system to absorb the USD more quickly. Well, at the moment, I'm not sure if they've pulled that mechanism because I haven't been that up to date, but so far the US stable there is at 66 cents. Let us know in the chat if you're up to date on that particular issue. More ideas will be discussed in the community forums. Number 9, with the current on-chain spread, peg pressure, and the UST burn rate, the supply overhang of UST, bad debt should continue to decrease until parity is reached and spreads begin to heal. Now, there's probably going to be some sort of rebound in this, right? I imagine there's going to be some sort of after the dead have been pulled off the battlefield. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of possible recoup here. At least for the time being, the stable coin there's suggesting to me there's still life in this yet. However, the Terra price is telling me run for the hills. But it's getting pretty close to the all-time low here, 12 cents. But hey, this is crypto. This can go down, 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 down. And so far, that's what it's been doing. Under $1, now down to 28 cents. If you bought it $1, that was pretty a teasing price, right? You think $1's pretty good, but now it's down to 28 cents. So that would have been a bad decision. So just take that into account. What else we got here? Number 11. Naturally, this is the high cost to UST and Luna holders. Very much so. But we will continue to explore various options to bring in more exogenous capital, exogenous meaning outside of the system, capital to the ecosystem, and reduce supply overhang on UST. Number 12, as we begin to rebuild UST, we will adjust its mechanism to be collateralized. In other words, because they were so dramatically under-collateralized, the price of Luna went out of control. Because obviously, when you get up at about 20% yield too, you burn your Luna for USDT, and of course you get 20% yield for staking. Some people have criticized that being way too high and unsustainable. The Terra ecosystem is one of the most vibrant in the crypto industry, with hundreds of passionate teams building category-defining applications within. As long as these builders, TFL among them, continue to build, we will come out of this together. That's true from a utility point of view, but we know that crypto really prices it psychologically, either speculatively or with a vision of the future. And that's how you often see tech companies also get priced up, is about what they're doing in the future. That's why people were pricing up Tesla so early, even though they had lots of issues ramping up their cars. People still believed in the vision, and of course that kept the price going over the time there, as well as the leader, of course, Elon Musk. Do Quant number 14. Terra's focus has always orientated itself along a long-term horizon, and another setback this May, similar to last year, will not deter the lunatics. Short-term stumbles do not define what you can accomplish. It's how you respond that matters, and that will be the defining thing in the future. People will remember, say, well, this guy managed to pull this project out of the ashes. The phoenix has risen, but it's a bit of work to do that. That's for sure. And the market doesn't easily forget stuff like that. And obviously, the other thing they've got a problem is, of course, just like a lot of the other chains, Solana and stuff, is that Pulsechain is coming, and these guys have not calculated that into their game at all. Pulsechain is coming, and it's like I said, it's going to cause an earthquake in crypto, and people are going to go, OMG, OMG. So watch out for that fun. It's going to be fun, and we've got first-class tickets. I'm even more mood boy now reading this than I have been before. Terra return to form will be a sight to behold. We're here to stay, and we're going to keep making noise. And of course, that's pretty cool there. Richard Hart even got a reply here. Everything is going to plan. It's all good. So pretty interesting there. All right, so cool. That is the official post there from Do Kwon, and that's what he did 19 hours ago. So cool. And of course, I posted the link in the chat there. This is the official downward spiral one. You can get access to that in terms of the commentary there. Very good one there from Pedro Ojeda there. And of course, you can get that via the Terra link there. We're not going to get into that. So that's pretty much an update of what's happening there with Terra. Since our first video we did earlier today, check that out because we did a good good review by Forbes, who was the former Kraken executive there. So that was a good update there with someone that's actually from the crypto industry. I don't really like reading reviews from people that are not, that just from don't have crypto background, but that was quite a good one there. What else? We're going to get into the second part of this the stable coins analysis stuff. We're going to get into liquid loans. I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. Let's get into the chat before we do that. And I'm going to jump back to, we'll leave it on there for the time being. And maybe I'll leave it on the crypto market. We're going to jump back. We're going to get into liquid loans pretty quickly, and stable coins as well. So it's going to be good. Who else in there? We've got Hex Force there. Looks like Bitcoin is on its way to Richard's 11K prediction. Looks like it, Hex Force for sure. Superman can't wait to hear you take on Luna. Hey, thanks, J-Man. Well, we just finished that one. Woohoo, bring on Pulsechain. We need a pump, says Blobfish King. I've got 1,500 wrap Luna, says Davis. Well, I hope that turns out good. And Hexcellent Choice says next BTC support 24 and 19. That sounds pretty good to me, the Hexcellence. I think that makes a lot of sense. 28 cents says Ninja. Yeah, 28 cents. That's what we got there at the moment. Whew. I'm going to refresh that 27.2 on the Luna, and 20. Let me just refresh that. 67 cents there on Terra USD. What else we got here? Let's have a look here. Hexcellent Choice in the house there. What a mess. It is a mess. Luna brutal, says DB. Absolutely. And KD says word up. Woohoo! What caused the Luna crash, says Michael. And it was probably people generally say it's the undervaluation or under collateralization of the token, but some people also say that because of the Bitcoin indirect backing, that made people think that this really wasn't collateralized that well, and possibly there is word on the street about, and people have posted this stuff, of people actually setting up Bitcoin to setting up Luna to crash it through shorting. So there was a lot of shorting plays going on as well. What is that? Is he in house there? Long story. Yep. And selling mate was real. WTF says stress struggle. Luna going to be cheaper than Hex, says Kansas crypto. I think so. Hardy Hexalorian says, is this the earthquake before a new island is coming up out of the ashes of Bitcoin, Luna, etc.? Pulse land. I like that Pulse land. That's pretty cool. Like dry land out of the Kevin Costner movie. Yeah, I remember that movie. That was pretty funny. Just wait until the Mt. Gox coins are released. Oh, Brazology, you're just putting fuel on the flames. That is true. That's going to be another thing, of course. I can't remember how many of those are there. Was it 160,000, 158,000? I can't remember how many was in the Mt. Gox down. Yesterday, after an 85-90% drop, I bit of a bullet and sold at about $10 and traded it for a Hex. Glad I did. I wasn't going to wait for some miracle recovery, says John. Wise. Very good there, John. Appreciate that. Obviously, Pulse is going to be given that new lease of life. If you are watching and you're in Luna, you're in UST, and of course you want the chance to get back up on top, Pulsechain's coming. It's going to be the biggest thing in crypto, the biggest airdrop, the biggest yield farming, the biggest, fastest way to mass adoption. If you want the big X returns, then it's probably your best bet. Once again, do your investment due diligence. Nothing on this channel is investment advice. But hey, there we are. Welcome to Pulsechain. It's coming soon. Ancient Kushite says this is crazy blood in the market right now. Absolutely. And of course, the Luna had an impact. Luna sold its 42,500 BTC and was trying to fix up the Luna and Luna. What am I trying to say? The Luna to UST issue, and of course, that has just added to the Bitcoin sell down. So that was not helpful either. What else? We got BTC 22 is coming. ETH 1400, 1200 by Friday. Man, oh man, that's the scary stuff there. Easy. What else is gas at 700? Yeah, it's crazy, the gas price at the moment. Bubba says, I have been waiting to get into Hedron until Pulse launched. Is this a good call in your opinion or not? Once again, we can't give investment advice as content creators. What I can say is that the price has had a major pullback. Pulsechain is coming, and I think that's probably is all I want to say about Hedron. After it has like an 85% pullback, you know, it's a fair play. But once again, do your investment due diligence there, Bubba. Pulsechain is coming. Easy, yep. Hedron bottoms. That's what I just kind of said. So that's cool. Good one, easy. Alex K says, I think Luna at these prices is a decent speculative play, limited risk to zero, and a high potential upside if they're able to bring back their stablecoin. Me too, Alex. I agree with you. That is my opinion too. But once again, we still haven't found the bottom yet. Bottom's still not in yet. We've got 12 cents is the all-time low. Just keep that in perspective there. And of course, every time it goes down 50%, it goes down 50%. It can do it over and over, and we've seen that over the last a couple of days. So just be careful there. But once again, it's probably a good speculative play. It's probably almost there, I would say. We will find out. Holder generation is outside the echo chambers that we live in. There's a lot of things happening all at once. The prices of most assets will come down. People need their liquid. Yeah, hashtag PLS. I like it. Luna is here is only gamble, but for me, it is game over for Luna, says EZ. And a good time to be buying Ethereum right now now for gas fees, especially in stakes. I thought the gas price was super high at the moment. We'll check that out when we get up to Hex there. I should go to Hex there, and we're going to have a look. What's the gas price there? 300 gas price at the moment. Oh, that's crazy. All right, cool. We're going to get into some other stuff here. Alex K says, whoops, I said high risk definitely, but limited downside. Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. Doubtful Noise says, I'm borderline suicide. I can't take it anymore. He's going to kill me. Says that, oh, boy. Hey, I would just, if you've got any issues, if you do hold Luna and it's caused you a lot of trouble, just make sure that you seek some advice, counseling advice and stuff like that if you're having some serious stress issues with your Luna position, because crypto is not worth it. Your life is far more important than that. Doubtful Noise. KD says, smash those likes. Yeah, definitely smash those likes. Crypto can be quite brutal, says Alex. Can be very much so. And this is why, if you hadn't watched my live stream I did several months ago, I talked about having a diversified portfolio, but I also talked about buying the golden products. And of course, that's what we are here in Richard Hart's ecosystem, because he has really got a good sense of really ultimate game theory, as well as a big community to be able to execute that vision. So that's what we like to say. Once again, Doubtful Noise. Probably the other thing is that Pulsechain is going to be the biggest opportunity probably for you to get the big X returns and get your position back. So just think about that one as well. What else we got there? TexX now theta under $1 says TexX. And Booba says, should I pull from ETH to into USD to save my funds or let it ride? Booba, once again, you probably at this stage when the market's falling, if you think we've gone under 28,800, probably a reasonable thing to put it into USDC. But once again, it's up to you. That's decision. That's my opinion. We do expect once it broke 28,800 and the 30K mark, that was pretty downward. That's got to run out of energy, as it were. So once again, it's up to you what you do, though. Just remember, that's just getting a lot of advice. There are people in Luna actually defending the arrogant, unpathetic founder that wrecked him. Wow. Hey, D-Base, that's normal. And of course, at least the leader is trying to do something. The tokenomics is probably the problem. And of course, the management is also a problem, right? Because obviously, the Bitcoin move was not thought out well enough. So be careful there. What else we got there? We've got quite a few comments here. I'm going to jump through comments here. Hopefully this will be an incentive for people to come over to Hex. Yeah, incentive. Yeah, definitely incentive for people to come over the house. Toxic Hex says Suman is a boss. Toxic Hex, man, you're a crazy dude. I bought 1,500 Luna at 52 cents and we will happily wait for the rebound. Can't wait to buy when everyone sells. D-Base says excellent choice. If anything, this will just make people panic, leave. Need bad for everyone. Yeah, Pulsechain's coming, folks. Like I say, Pulsechain is going to be create a huge opportunity amongst the sea of red. Definitely smash the likes, people. Probably Review says good info. Thanks. Hey, Probably Review, appreciate that. What else we got going here? J-Man says, in your opinion, Superman, do you think that Luna will ever recover? Yeah, like I said, I think that has potential once the everything's sort of after the aftermath of the storm. There's positive storms, there's negative storms. The aftermath of this negative storm, you could probably see things start to go back up after the assets go back up there. What makes me think that particularly is the stablecoin here is holding up at 67. That's kind of peculiar. Now, it could be a delayed reaction, could continue to decline afterwards. But at the moment, the Luna there, 29 cents. That's pretty crazy stuff. Hey, look, I'd probably be interested in getting Luna at this price at this stage, maybe a little bit lower. Could easily go a little bit lower, but it's worth a speculative play. Like I say, when I'm talking about picking up a little bit, I'm not talking about a lot. I'm looking at maybe $200, and we're not talking about a lot, right? Because if it does go back up to $8 or something like that, which it could do, then that's pretty bad. That's pretty nice returns on $200, right? But that's as much as I'd speculate. It's a completely speculative play. But we see this in crypto after we've had a big smash of a big token, something that's really, really big. We do sometimes see it do this bounce back to a certain height. $8 something like that might happen. $30, I don't know about 30, but $7 or $8 possibly could happen. That would be a pretty nice return. Once again, it's completely speculative in that view, but it does happen sometimes. What else we got going? Brazil says 170 to 200,000 Bitcoin going to that Mount Gox lure. Okay, so it was about that amount. So I wasn't too bad off with my 160. OMG, now more than ever, I'm so happy that almost all my crypto investments on RH products will continue the Hex staking ladder. That's right. That's so true. That's why we're in the golden products. Can't imagine the pain of the Luna stakers. Just got one Luna at 20 cents to remember forever. This is awful disaster, I think you said. Yeah, that's right. So it's really tough. Hit the like button, don't watch and be shy. Yeah, smash that like button, folks. We've got 58 likes and 95 watching. So smash that like. Beep, beep, beep. Easy says smash the likes, dudes, as well. What else we got here? What the heck says profited my where are we on? No, we're on one here. Profited my ETH short tonight. Gonna took a look to buy another half T-share when minimum fees aren't $60 in New Zealand. That's a smart move. Like that. I hope Hex stays at 11 cents. Yeah, we're going to check out Hex soon. What ways are there to buy a Luna? Well, you can buy wrap Luna on Ethereum. You just got to make sure the price disparity between the official price is not too bad, but you can buy wrap Luna on Ethereum. The other thing is you got to make sure the price is like similar to the same CoinGecko or something. The other thing is there's lots of ways. There's lots of places you can buy it. Swap Space, all sorts of places sell Luna. What else here? I'll buy wrecked bags in a New York minute. Here's the chance we have been waiting for. Yeah. So that's right. So this is getting into the 31 there. So it was 27, 28, now 31. This is probably not a bad zone if you're going to speculate play. But once again, markets can always go down 50% and 50%, if you know what I mean. This could go down to 5 cents, right? Let's go down to 2 cents. But so far, so good. Probably is kind of in that range, but it's speculative. Like I say, I don't want to encourage anybody to do anything that's, just make sure you make your own decisions. That's for sure. Texas says spend as much to buy ETH for ETH, not. Yeah. What else we got going there? I want to jump through some of these. James Bond says Hedron seems to be holding okay. Hedron is solid, says EZ. More millionaires are made in recessions than any other times. Stay Diamond, Hexkins. DCA and Shiv for Pulsechain snapshot. So cheap. Yeah, I think that's probably a good, reasonably good play. Oh boy, it's Tortoise Johnny in house. What else? Hedron seems good. Any comments on this? Yeah, we just had a couple comments there, probably of you. Unreal Mini Golf. Please don't make any permanent decisions on it for a temporary issue, says Unreal. That's probably true too. What else there? What Hex says, RH said Safe Moon and Luna were the only coins that had outperformed Hex. Look at them now. Hex could still follow suit, but it's looking good. And that's a good comment, actually. Standard Poor's 500 below 4,000 and NASDAQ is below 1,200 points. If they stay below these support levels, crypto will continue to bleed out. Good point, Brenton. Hulk smash. Yeah, smash that Hulk smash. We only have 63 likes. We can definitely hit 100 likes. Smash that like button, folks. And, of course, get the algorithms going. BTC is on its way down to that 12,000 range, like the boss said. And TechSec says Maxi looks great. Yeah, we're going to get into the prices soon. Let's get into the second half of stable coins. And, of course, this is the news. We've got this happening here. This is a really cool diagram. Jesse the Pit Boss posted a presentation. This is the diagram for that. And man, it's pretty cool. So we've got stable coins on the left here. We've got custodial stable coins, and we've got non-custodial stable coins. We've got commercial banks here, Tether, USDC, True USD, etc., HUSD, Gemini Dollar, Paxos Standard, all that sort of stuff. Then we've got the custodial central bank. We've got Finality. We've got Project Helvetia. And then, of course, we've got non-custodial there, endogenous collateral and exogenous collateral. So endogenous means within the system, like within the tokenomics. And, of course, a good example of that is Terra Luna. We've got that Luna and the UST stablecoin relationship where you have to mint and burn. And of course, you've got that in there. And you've got otherwise Cello there, SUSD. So there's good examples. Then you've got exogenous collateral. So collateral that's outside of the system. And of course, you got DAI here. You got the FAE protocol, Frax, and Liquidity. And of course, Liquid Loans is a fork of Liquidity here. In other words, it's got exogenous collateral. So that is one of the key differences. People ask, what are the key differences between Terra and will it hold its peg? Well, obviously, we've got the fact that it's exogenous capital. In other words, it's backed by Pulse outside of the system. So Liquid Loans has two tokens, the loan token, and of course the stablecoin USDL. That's coming out when it launches. And of course, it's exogenous to the system as opposed to relying on the Luna. And of course, indirectly, they ended up buying Bitcoin, which is probably a red herring there. People were calling that out and saying, hey, it's all good and well trying to buy $10 billion, although they didn't even get that close. They got about to 1.8 billion and about 42,500 Bitcoin because I was following that address. We've talked about that many times on this channel. And here we are. Of course, the exogenous capital here is the fact that this is based on PLS. So that's a really good thing here. Now, obviously, the Terra one argument is that it was under collateralized as opposed to with exogenous capital, a good chance of you being over collateralized, which is way better, right? In other words, you've got a lot better asset backing that won't go underneath the stablecoin value. We can already see in Terra that that's happening on at least on a market cap basis. So that looks really off the market, right? 8.7 billion there. And of course, you've got 637 million here. I mean, it's a hard thing to look at. I can't look at the backing there. So pretty crazy stuff for a stable coin, although the market's still pricing it up. So there's a few mechanisms going there, but probably the biggest one is market perception is in the case there. So cool. Let's jump over to that one. So that's a good summary. I thought you guys might like that. We've got custodial here, change in supply through issuance and redemption of coins vis-a-vis off-chain reserve. Crypto asset plus claim on issuer might be US dollars, US dollar backing, or a group of assets like Ethereum, stuff like that. And of course, central bank might have certificate of deposit backing, things like that to back that up. So that's kind of your custodial stuff there. Non-custodial is typically decentralized stuff, algorithmic stuff, and either it's got asset backing within the system, which is typically, I think, just like internally difficult to make work. Because you're really based on a price pump, which is what we're seeing with Terra. And then you've got a collateral based on external system, which could arguably be better as long as the external capital is a better valuation. And in this case, and also that you've got the collateral levels at the right way. And in this case, liquidity's probably got a better play there. So you've got non-custodial there, changes supply through minting and burning of the coin. So that's that Terra stuff there, on-chain collateral, and crypto asset only, which is these bottom two here. But of course, the minting, burning, and Terra there. So pretty interesting stuff there. Let us jump back to the crypto market, of course, the stables. So we have a look at the stables here. I've got USD Tether, USDC, DAI, TUSD or TrueUSD, Frax, and UST. I was trying to get a few others on there, but that's all I got on there at this time, and the time I had. But we can see that they're pretty much all at $1 to $1 there, slightly above or below their peg. USD Tether just slightly below $1 there. It was at $1 earlier. And we've got USD Tether down here at 56 cents. So it's a little different from what we got in CoinGecko. 56 cents on the UST here, so a little bit lower, and the red one there. So that's cool. This is on Omni tokens. This is the USD Tether. This is Ethereum, other chains there. So cool. So that's what's happening there with the stables. Obviously, you want to get a good stable. What is stable good for? They're good for DeFi. They're good for borrowing, lending. Good for all that sort of stuff. For DeFi, what else? I'm thinking margin lending. Anything valuing assets is pretty much good. Liquidity pools. DeFi gives you those US dollar prices. So stables are pretty critical to modern cryptocurrency, and having a good one is very important. As we say, people have been experimenting with these type of decentralized ones here. Some are doing better than others. We can see that DAI is doing okay. Sometimes they are above or below the peak, but you can see at the moment they're all looking pretty good around $1, while UST there is suffering pretty badly. So you got that happening, and of course, so we're going to jump on to liquidity. Obviously, we can see that liquidity price, we can't see that here, but liquidity is doing pretty well. This is what liquid loans is forking, and of course, this is leading into our news for liquid loans that we've got. I think it's a pretty big deal here, and probably like we say, we've got liquidity here. This is the stable coin. LUSD is at $1.01, so around the $1 peg. If we scroll down here, we can see that since the lifetime of LUSD, it has been pretty close on to the peak. It's been above in the early days, which may be expected as it finds its kind of price level. Typically, it's supposed to be arbitraged back into place, but it's pretty consistently around 1. So it's actually operating pretty well. This bodes well for liquid loans, USDL. This is obviously LUSD for liquidity stablecoin. So obviously USDL is the liquid loans one with the L on the other side. We can see that the all-time high was $1.16, so it was apart from was above the peg April 5th near the beginning, and of course the all-time low there 89 cents January the 27th. So earlier this year it got below which January the 27th here, somewhere in here, 89 cents somewhere, but it got below there on 27th of January 2023 months ago. It was 11 cents below, so it's been above and below on the peg there. So you can see this is kind of the best example here we have of what USDL will look like on liquid loans. I suggest that it'll probably actually perform better. This is based on Ethereum, of course, and that's pretty interesting. So we're going to actually check out what that looks like at the moment. We're going to jump over to liquidity here. Here's one of the user interfaces. They've got many user interfaces that are linking into the liquidity product here. And of course, this is what liquid loans is forked. And you can see this is just one of them here, DeFi Saver. You got one of the products on there, liquidity. And of course, you can put in Ethereum here and you can issue yourself some LUSD. So I put 12 ETH here, $22,000. And of course, it says I can max borrow $19,834 worth of LUSD. It's going to give me, it's going to give me 11,046 LUSD. You can see 12 ETH collateral, received LUSD, 11,000. Collateral ratio is 2,004%. And this is one of the key differences, I think, is the fact that there's certain collateral levels here that you can issue a LUSD versus the underlying asset. And so the idea is that you can always claim back at one LUSD for the Ethereum behind it, and therefore it should stay in kilter unless the whole system reaches down to that critical mass where it gets down to about 150%, and therefore it has to start liquidating some loans. So it's pretty interesting. But what have we got at the moment? We've got a test going on for liquidity at the moment because the market price of liquidity of ETH, is starting to decline. So it's starting to pull back here. So we're going to check out that. So some pretty interesting stuff here. That'd be a 204% collateralization. We've got a liquidity reserve there, 200 LUSD. And of course, you know what happens if you get liquidations, and then you'd lose that money. Otherwise, you get it back if you do a redemption. You got borrowing fee, $89. Obviously, it's going to go back to the liquidity token, LQTY, I think it is. as a borrowing fee into the pool there, and you got total debt there 11,335. Gives you an idea of what's going on there. So it's got the liquidity ETH price there 1,909, the liquidation price 1,039 there as well. So that's the $1,000.39 would actually get this liquidated. So if the price of ETH falls down that low, this could get into liquidation, because remember the collateral here is pretty low, 200%. Typically, liquid loans always talks about doing 1,000% collateral so that you don't get close to this liquidation price, right? So that's the really key there. We've got liquidation rate 110%, total collateral ratio 167% here, and then the kickback rate 100%. So interesting stuff there with the trove. This is what they call a trove, or basically a loan. It's called a trove here, and that's how that works. So cool. We're going to jump over to liquidity here and have a look at some of their data, because I think it's pretty interesting. And we've got a lot of stuff happening here. I'm going to scroll down. There's lots of screens here, so I don't want to go through all of it. We've got the total LUSD supply over here at the moment, and of course that is sitting at what is it, about $437 million. But we have the total locked value here, excluding the stability pool. We've got that currently at $835 million. So that seems to be fairly well backed collateral wise, because the total LUSD is well less than the total value locked there. What else we got in there that's interesting? We have got some interesting stuff coming up here. The troves, number of troves at the moment, just sticking along there around about 1,000. The borrowing rate is not too bad. Let's jump through here. We got some increased redemptions recently, 11th of May, some increased fees generated and some redemptions in there. So a little bit, that's a near term. I just wanted to pick out something else here. There's a lot of information here, so we're going to jump through the stability pool APR reward for the underlying liquidity token has been decreasing over time. You can see that that's pretty interesting by itself. And the liquidity staking APR has been pretty solid at the moment. You know, what's it currently at the moment? Daily APR 170%, 7-day average 30%. So it's looking pretty attractive there for the staking. But the total staking has been going up, which is a pretty interesting there as well, because the returns are pretty good. So that's pretty interesting stuff there. We're going to go down to the collateral ratio. We can see the total collateral ratio here is sitting around about 188 on the TCR here, and 150% is when it gets called, right? The worst liquidity gets called at 150%, just like in liquid loans. And of course, that means that they're trying to adjust the collateral so that the system is healthy. In other words, it's asset backed correctly. That's pretty much that. But here is probably the most interesting stuff here. We have got the collateral range here. We've got the ETH price here. So this chart is the one I wanted to get to. Cumulative liquidation price distribution. Obviously, with the price of ETH falling now, this is a real challenge to the protocol, right? Because now you've got, as the price falls, these are the liquidations that you can expect to see. So we've got 100 ETH there, 100,000 ETH, 200,000 ETH, 300,000 ETH. As the price falls, it's going to start hitting. So once we get down to like 1,700 ETH, we're going to start getting into the big liquidations. It's going to start coming. And by the time we get down to, if people don't change their collateral position, once we get down to about $1,464 on ETH, that's 100,000 ETH will need to be liquidated there versus, so that just shows you how it just climbs here. And of course, this is going to test the system in terms of the way it's working. But of course, the system's designed to adjust to the collateral to keep it over 150%. So people will have to adjust their collaterals or get liquidated. And that's just the way it goes. So the one-to-one backing for LUSD should get backed in terms of the amount of ETH that you can get back. So that's locked in the contract. Remember, it's really just locked. There's no burning and minting. So unlike we see with the Terra kind of protocol, this endogenous collateral and the tokenomics. So it's not just the fact that it's backed by exogenous collateral. In other words, by Ethereum. It's also by the fact that those tokens actually get locked in place, and so one LUSD can be redeemed for the underlying ETH value, assuming you don't get liquidated. If you get liquidated, the system will liquidate you, and that all works perfectly well. So I think it's kind of a better mechanism for liquidity, but certainly going to be tested as well with the user case here as people potentially get liquidated. So I thought that's quite interesting there. There's probably more things that you could probably pull out of some of these charts. But of course, that was just my quick look at these tables here at this stage. But otherwise, to me, it looks not too bad. You can see the total collateral ratio at the moment, 173%. That's pretty low. If you think about the fact that that the system gets called at 150%. And of course, Liquid Loans always recommends generally safe, secure collateralization is 1,000%. But of course, we get a lot of high rollers, right? A lot of high rollers come in and get highly collateralized. And so this is probably what's contributing to this relatively low number. But this has been like this for a long time. I know this number's been quite, above 150 for some time there. So some interesting stuff there. Anyway, that's my quick look at this and over this one. So hopefully that's provided some insights. You can check it out as well. And I'll post this link in the chat there. Let me post this data link in the chat if you want to check that out, and maybe you'll be able to draw even more conclusions or more insights from that yourself. Cool. So we're going to get into it, folks. This is kind of talking about the stable coins and some of the differences. We've obviously got Liquid Loans coming up. This is going to be pretty much the premier third-party DApp going on to Pulsechain. I haven't seen one bigger, really. Maybe Aave, the Aave for Fiat might surprise to the upside, because obviously the valuation of Aave is so big and the utility is so big. Leverage lending is one of the big ones. The big players like to use it, maybe do flash attacks and all sorts of stuff like that, loans and things like that. So this is Liquid Loans coming up. And of course, they have their own stable coin, as we say. There's this USDL, the stable coin that may be issued from the user's collateral debt position and freely transferred and traded to any Pulsechain address, intended to maintain parity with the US dollar, and can always be redeemed directly within the system. One USDL is always exchangeable for one USDL, one USD value of PLS. And obviously PLS is expected to perform pretty well. So that's going to be pretty exciting for the stable coin there. And that's probably it on the definitions. So what I want to get into is the update from the team. So we're going to quickly get into that. We're going to go to the first update here. So this is the update about Liquid Loans on the testnet there. And so I think it's going to be pretty good. So two key things I see in summary is that Liquid Loans obviously is exogenous, going to be backed by PLS. And number two, the idea that one USDL will be backed by PLS, and PLS being the exogenous token rather than within the system like Terra Luna. The other thing, of course, is that arbitrage also can play a role in keeping that USDL to pegged as well. So it's going to be fascinating to watch that. I do believe USDL will perform very well, in my opinion. Obviously, do your own investment due diligence. All right, so let's jump over to the one here. This is the first video. This was just done in the last day here, I think only 12 hours ago or somewhere like that, maybe not that long ago. This is the CEO CC of Liquid Loans with Matt from Liquid Loans. So we're going to play this little clip here. Hope you enjoy it.
Been coming up recently has been about the testnet, and will people see Liquid Loans on the testnet anytime soon?
Yeah, so the guys are working really, really hard at the moment to get all of that up and running. And the difference here is that we didn't really want to push something out ahead of time, so it's got to be pretty much complete. And one of the things that will help us on that journey is to make sure that we've got active price calls. So the guys are integrating, obviously, PulseX is one mechanism that we'll use. There's another mechanism that I won't go into a lot of detail now, but it will provide some redundancy for being able to make price calls against PulseX. And the guys are working hard to get that finished. So my expectation is that we'll end up seeing something in the next couple of weeks. The rationale being, we don't ever want to release anything before it's really ready. And, I think the community appreciates that when we deliver content, it's actually of high quality. So we're not going to rush anything out until the product, or basically the system and the DApp are actually up and running fully, and that we can actually allow people to fully test what we've developed.
And something that...
So there you have it from CC, the CEO. Latest update about Liquid Loans testnet. So that's the user interface. A little bit like, obviously, we're going to expect it. We've already had snapshots of that before in terms of what it's going to look like. I'm not sure if we've got any on this page, but definitely got inserts of that. It's basically going to be like Liquidity, where you use one of the interface. Oh, I've jumped to the wrong one there. It's this one here. It's going to be basically like a user interface. That's not that color or like that, but that's basically what it's going to do. And of course, I'm just trying to get to the right page. And then, of course, that's coming up there. User testnet. We'll be able to test it on Pulsechain testnet when it comes up. And of course, a week ago, we had Jesse the Pit Boss on one of the channels talk about the fact that it could be within 2 weeks. And of course, that update says maybe in the next few weeks. Obviously, that's going to be pretty challenging if we do get Pulsechain launching as soon as Richard put out. That could be an interesting clash there, that whether they beat Pulsechain going live or not. And of course, I'm going to tease out something soon, and we're going to need Brazology's help with that one. But we're going to talk about that shortly. So that is the one about testnet. So within weeks there for the public testnet, could be sooner, right? Could be sooner. So looking forward to that. They do want to make sure it's quality, and I'm happy with that. We're all happy. We all want quality stuff. Rich wants quality Pulsechain. We want quality liquid lines. So happy for just get it good. That's what we want to happen there. The second part, of course, is the sacrifice. Now, many of you sacrifice for liquid loans. And of course, looking forward to getting the sacrifice results. So we're going to look at that second video here. Let's go for it with CC, Chief Executive of Liquid Loans, and Matt of Liquid Loans YouTube. So let's check it out.
Popping up is about the sacrifice balances. People are asking about when can they see their sacrifice balance and how many points they have and what's not.
Yeah, I know that we're very close to releasing something on that front. Obviously, we're doing some internal testing of that now. So the balances have been calculated. We've incorporated all of the different mechanisms that we had included initially in the sacrifice phase, including the referral content. So all of that's been incorporated. And obviously, we'll do the internal testing. We'll pilot test with a couple of folk that we know that can help us through that process. And then we'll release something out to the community so that they can start reviewing their balances and coming back to us with any queries and questions. So that's imminent. My expectation is within the next week, we'll end up seeing something. So folks will be able to start checking their balances and just confirming that all the calculations are correct.
A second thing that's been popping up.
So that's really exciting. Within a week for the sacrifice balances. So that's really positive. And I know many of you will be looking forward to that. So that's kind of the two main updates, testnet coming, and the update, being able to play with that on Pulsechain. Will be fun to play with that, and possibly within the next week, getting the sacrifice balances with all those biggest was it longer pays better, bigger pays better, longer pays better, bigger pays better. What was the last one? Longer pays better, bigger pays, longer pays better, bigger pays better, earlier pays better, earlier pays better, earlier pays better, and the referrals. That's the one. I think I got that. Man, that's funny. All right, so we got that. That is the update for liquid loans. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hope you are too. Let's check back on Terra at the moment. It's still at 29 cents, 30 cents. USDT still sitting there at 67. VDC down at 27. That's ETH under 2,000. What a blow. What a blow under 2,000. That is crazy stuff there. We are definitely on the downside now. It would be it's more of a miracle probability of going back up at this stage. We will get these little back and forwards, up and downs. But I think that, like that 23, 24, somewhere in that ballpark, and then 19 does sound about right there, as someone else put in the chat there. So pretty cool. We're going to get onto the market, of course, with Hex and stuff as well. We've obviously got a pullback on that, 11.89. We've got people selling, right? Just like there is people selling in other assets. We've got people doing that in Hex as well. So we'll get onto that one. Let's get on house here. John says, who think we will test 10 cents before moving up? Good chance of that now, John. We're down at 12 cents, so good chance of that. Tortoise Johnny, really, I think if the market stops falling, we might have a bit of chance if the market keeps falling to this next range, 23, 24, something like that. Then we will definitely have people willing to sell down. This is what we're seeing in the markets as we go. What else we got there? How's Anchor Protocol going? Says Tortoise Johnny. Now they sold out, didn't they, Tortoise Johnny? They sold out of their position into Luna. What else here? Tortoise Johnny says maybe I'm not ever getting Bitcoin, says Tortoise Johnny. What else there we got there? We're going to jump through some of this. Tim Tots in the house there. What's up, Xskins? What's up? Good to see you. And who else we got in the house there? We're coming up on an hour live stream. We're doing pretty well. Easy says Liquid Loans testnet and is in on 2 weeks. What else we got going there? Come through here. Easy says RH timed all the Pulse launches due to the bear markets. Great job on the timing, says Easy. Now, Richard Hart was saying he just wanted to launch as soon as possible. So it seems to be the case. If you are in it for the long haul and max gains, these months waiting aren't even long in grand scheme. Good practice for patience is what the hex. That's probably true. Someone else told me that the other day. What the hex? said, "Oh, it hasn't been that long since I sacrificed a Pulsechain." I'm going, "Well, I've been covering it every single day. It feels like a long time." LS says, "Sup, Hex Token, blood in the streets." Hey, yo, hey, good to see you, LS. And Brazil says, "No one delivers this kind of quality content." I appreciate that, Brazil. Big shout out to you. Let's get jumped through here. Truth says it's now. Love my Hex Token crew, says Ninja Chopsticks. Me too. We got an awesome community. What else we got going there? And 100% says Davis. Jump through some of these. Matt Raven House says Luck Davis just streamed to say he's lost big time. I sold my Bitcoin 6 months ago. Hodled for years. Bought Hex at 11 cents. So still ahead and sacrificed for PulseX. Yeah, so true. That's amazing. What we're going to do there? We're going to do. Where did I do that on? That's right. We're going to go Nomics. Let's pick up Nomics. Someone posted this earlier today. We're going to check out nomics.com, and we're going to select the 1 year mark and see who's in the top 10 after 1 year. And of course, Hex is still holding on there. We're at number 7, number 6 there on Nomics, up 180%, and everything else. Look at that, red, 40 negative 50 on Ethereum over here. Binance Coin, XRP, Hex still up 118%, which is a pretty good tribute. Solana there and Cardano all down. Dogecoin down 89. Look at that, some pretty big blood on the streets there as well. So amazing to see that stuff out. Frax is equal. Yeah, so pretty amazing. Look at Hex, looking good. Hex is looking good there on the Nomics. Very cool. All right, so cool. We've got Hex on a bit of a pullback at the moment, 11.9. We are going to the range. I'm going to have to go to daily now because there's just it's just not working on the hourly there now with that sell-off. Man, oh man. So Hex has been affected by people selling. That's as simple as that. So we have seen a lot of penalties. Let's actually pull up the penalties. I'm going to pull up the penalties on there and see what who else has been penalizing themselves, but paying the Hex stakers. If you're staking Hex, you're getting more Hex. That's as simple as that. Okay, so not too bad today, but yesterday we got a really good payout in penalties. And of course, you can see that on Hex Daily Stats. Where else we were at? $9.2 million in penalties yesterday. Thank you very much for your service. Is that what Hodl Dog says? Hodl Dog says that. Thank you very much for your service. I like that. Thank you very much for your service. So there we are. We'll take that to the bank. So cool. We get when you're staking Hex, it's all about delayed gratifications. It's about time in the market. We expect price cycles. We expect prices go up. We expect prices go down. We expect people to sell out. We expect people to buy in. It's just the way it goes. And of course, we've got Pulsechain coming. So it's going to be a lot of fun for us. All right, so let's jump out of there. We've got Hex there on the daily there. We've definitely pulled back to the range here. We're back down to defend the range. So our defense range here is between 10 cents and 11.5 cents. But we have hit this one day, we hit 9.4 cents. So I think we hit it twice actually, but only on this chart shows here. So this one here, we had 10 cents, and this one here, back on the 9th of March, we had, oh, I'm on the wrong chat there. Damn it. I'm sorry about that. I left my comment on there with the video, so I do apologize for that. This is the second time I've done that in the last couple of days. It's annoying myself, actually. All right, so anyway, we're back to the price chart here. Let me just delete that. Chaos in the studio. Help me. I'm losing my marbles. But there we are. We're back to it here. You can see the chart now. I did that yesterday, didn't I? I did that in the live stream. I left the video on and I forgot to switch it back. Crazy stuff. All right, so cool. We're back here anyway on the 12th of March here. We are moving down. Our low so far is the current price, 11.89 cents. And of course, back here on the 15th of April, we were down 10 cents. Back here on the 16th of March, we were at 10 cents. And back here on the 9th of March, we went to 9.28 cents. That was on a bot trade too, from memory. So that's what happened when the person got front run there. I think that's what happened, and they ended up paying 9.3 cents. So we've got our defense range here. So if we draw out here, we've got 10 cents, and we've got 11.5. Now, assuming the market had stayed up, and that's what I said back in the day, our breakout of this descending triangle would have been bullish. But of course, the market decided to have its big pullback, and that's, you can't avoid that. It's like when you make some expectations, it depends if the market's holding normal status. But if the market does a massive pullback in Bitcoin over 6 days of $13,000, what can you do? $13,000 pullback in Bitcoin, insane in the membrane. That's just the way it goes. All right, so cool. We've got 11.89 cents there. And yeah, that's where we're at the stage. So we've got the Hex Whale bot. We're going to check out the last time we did some updates was about 5 hours ago. So we're going to go back in 5 hours in time here. So we had 1.7 million sold 3 hours ago, 5 million sold 3 hours ago. And of course, we also had some more selling there, 2.3 million. So this one wallet here, OXDCFF, they sold down a lot. And of course, that's what they did. They exited there. We haven't, this one here just matured. That was the last one, 10 million there, ended after 31 days. This is one of the short stakers that does this rolling monthly ones there. So that's what we had there. And we had a lot more accounts before that. That's when we got our penalties earlier. And yesterday, we got so many penalties. And most of those people sold, like not all of them, but most of them sold. Some of the stuff's just from liquid wallets. We had lots of penalties in these stakes, early in staking, 5-year stakes or early in staking. Man, oh man, oh man. So those are exodus. That's the route. So that's what happens. That's what happens in the market. We've seen it before. It's not the first day. It's not our first day in the rodeo, as it were. So our defense line there, 11.5 cents down to 10 cents. That's our support range. And of course, we got Pulsechain coming. We'll see how we get on. Will those people that wanted 3 cents, 5 cents, or 8 cents get their day in the sun? We will find out. But at the moment, we've got our 10 cent to 11.5 cent defense there. We've got a big red candle there at the moment. Now on the positive, at the moment we've got obviously got that support area, but we've got Pulsechain coming pretty soon. So we've got the original date. If you remember, Richard said 50-50 mid-May, and of course that's 16th. That's not going to happen. I think we can all that'd be very unlikely. Let's say not going to happen, unlikely to happen. We've got a week later with 75%. That's the 23rd of May on my chart. And of course, that's 75%. That's possible. That's very possible to happen. Then we've got this day here, 25th as well. Pulsechain launch, 25th of May, possibly. Now, some people had that at the 24th, so I'm going to move that to 24th there. Very, very cool. But what perhaps if we actually have it at this date? So we're going to move this date and we move it to the 26th. And so it's going to be pretty interesting. We move to the 26th. We're going to make that a different color. What color should we make it, though? Orange. Let's make that orange. So orange there is 26 there. Let's see how we get on. Now, why are we going to play this? We're going to play a video. Brazolji, I hope you're there. Hope you're there, man, because I'm going to need your help on this one. Let me know who this guy is again. I forgot who you said. Works with Richard Hart, but I can't remember his name. I can't remember what Richard said about him. And I can't even find my spot. Where did I lost my spot in the comments. This is the way we go when I made a mistake there with the old video feed. Let's just jump up here. Man, did I get this far behind? Did I really? That's some crazy stuff out there. Let's get on there. Not sure where I got up to here, actually. I think I got up to Lark Davis. Here. We'll try and hold from there. Anyway, so this is the video. We're going to play this feed. This was from the 26th of April, this video. This guy's called, I can't remember who he's called now. This guy's called Brent X Brazil. So let me know in the chat there. Brent X is who we're talking about. He works with Richard Hart. He was with Richard Hart in Spain doing the forming for highest of stakes with the old Ferrari driving around the Spanish dirt track out there, back in the out country there. And of course, on the 26th of April, he said that he had been with Richard Hart, and he did this live feed, and he said, "Hey, look, this is when the date is. So let's listen to Brent X about the date of Pulsechain launch, because I thought it was pretty funny, and just came across this randomly actually. So it was kind of funny that the dates kind of matches up with the 26th there. So it just seemed pretty accurate. So let's listen to Brent X here for sure. So Brent Morrissey. So yeah, Brent Morrissey, Brent X, and of course works with Richard Hart here. He was out with the forming for highest of stakes. So let's listen to this one.
Reason you're all watching, I won't make you watch all the way to the end, so you can hear this Pulsechain update. And if you don't like what you hear, you can stop watching, because the rest of the video is going to be incredibly boring. I spoke to Richard recently, and I got an update on the Pulse launch, and it is just 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks. Yep. But I think he means it this time. It's really close. So, yeah. Let's see in 4 weeks' time. The real.
So there we are. That was Brent Morrissey. And on the 26th of April, obviously had spent time with Richard. He'd asked him mano to mano when it was, and he said 4 more weeks, and he said he's serious this time. So I thought that was pretty interesting. 26th of April, obviously the 26th of May. That's around 4 weeks. That's pretty amazing there. Obviously there's a calendar for a week, but that's a month later is pretty much the 26th of April, May there. So interesting time frame there. So it just suggests Richard had in his mind maybe tinkering around there the date already. I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyway, that was not investment advice, but how we roll. So cool. Let's jump in through some of these comments as well. We're going to jump back to the Hex price there and get into it. So we got Pulsechain coming. It's going to be interesting to see where the price goes to in light of Pulsechain getting very, very close here. We are only on the 12th here, so we're not that far away, right? We're not that far away. If we're on the 13th here to we're only 10 days away from the 23rd, 11 days away from the 24th, and 13 days away from the 26th of May. So it's getting very, very close indeed. And of course, we got this far out date here, the 3rd of June. We'll see whether we not hit that or not. That is good old It's Now's prediction there. So cool. We're coming up there. Let's see how we go. Woohoo! All right, cool. Now, we're going to get on to Maxi as well. Maxi is doing absolutely amazing in my view. It is at 20 cents at the moment. The premium is still 72 above Hex. It's pretty awesome. Let's get into some of the comments because I'm madly behind. Let's have a look here. We're going to jump through some of these. Apologize if I missed some of your comments. Iowa Hex says, got a question, Superman. The huge stake we've all piled in with Maxi. Is there any way to track that? Yes, there is. And of course, you can get that on Discord. But let's go to Discord here. And of course, if you haven't joined Discord, hit the link in the video description, folks. We're heading up towards 350 people. We've got 338, so hit the link in the video description there. You can come to get all the useful links here. So we get useful links, and we've also got new token links down the bottom here if you want to check out all the new tokens, which is pretty cool. Now, the useful links here, we've got the derivative projects. So we got the derivative, Hex derivative projects. We've got Hedron and Maximus. So this is the link here, Maximus here. So you can click on that. That will be able to track. You'd have to log in your wallet there, but you'll be able to track. You'll be able to track the website there. So that's for you, Iowa. I'll just post that in the chat. So CoolVip is the one there. And if you actually click on it, I think let me have a look at the address them on. I'm going to change to we're on Ethereum. So this is the one here, and you can just go to dashboard, hit the dashboard, and you can put in your address too. And of course, you can see how much is what the treasury is, what your redemption value is. You can check all the details there, the T shares, the stake, everything else like that. The future valuation, all that stuff is in there. Just click on the hamburger. We call this the hamburger. Click on dashboard. Away you go. Cool. Get into that. What else we got going in there? General. Let us get back into here. Thanks, Ninja, says Tortoise. We're going through some of this stuff here. Go through it. Is Terra done, or should I look at this as an opportunity? Well, it's a speculative opportunity. It's down at 28 cents, so it's completely speculative. I must say, in the last 30, 40 minutes, it hasn't really moved from 28, 30 cents. It will probably get done at some stage, I guess. This is what makes me positive about the speculative play, is the USD tether staying up here at 67 cents there. I'm just going to refresh to make sure. 58 cents now. That's what happens when you don't refresh your browser. 58.8 cents. So still relatively holding up, but not as good as it was, up at 70 cents there. Definitely coming down now and reflecting perhaps the Luna there. Cool. We've got BTC at 27,000 and 1,800 on ETH. Man, that's sad to see ETH under 2,000, I must say. Sad to see BTC under 30,000, but that's just the way it is. CoolVip, as we say, CoolVip. We've got Hedron at the moment at 1330, and that's holding up all right too. So I know there's two red candles there, but it's actually holding up okay. It could go all the way down to 500, right? That's all-time line 553 back on the 3rd of March. Could do that, but it's not doing that. So so far so good on there. PLSD has taken a little bit of a beating, but not too bad either. Remember, it launched at $1, and of course, it is an airdrop. And of course, it's currently at $1.80, which is not bad. Still 80% premium there above the opening price of $1. Not too bad. Let's have a quick look at how many people have claimed. We've got almost 4 million PLSD. That's amazing. That's actually doing pretty well. 12 million is the max that could be. It's currently at 3.9 million. We've got 11,646 holders. We'll go to the contract. I'm going to scroll down to the number of claims, and we've got 16,220 people claimed. So we get our calculator out and do some advanced calculus. I'm just kidding. We do some basic maths. If I can find my calculator's gone missing. That's just a nightmare. What happened to my calculator? Someone stole it. That's just the way it goes. Let me pull up a calculator there. So we're going to randomly go 16.2 divided by 91,000 stakers, which is just my, I pulled that out of the just what it might have been on the 20th of April when the snapshot was taken. 17.8%, so maybe around about 80% has been claimed so far. And of course, if we go to Pulse Dogecoin, we can actually see the countdown going down there as well. So 78 days to go for the 100-day launch phase for the claim to PLSD so far. Woo! Awesome. All right, cool. We've done that one. So not too bad. It's holding up pretty well in that point of view. Pulse Dodge on the BNB, suffering big time with the being on BNB chain, tied to the BNB peer. It is down at almost 0.5%, almost down there. And of course, that's going to be airdropped, not copied, but airdropped onto the Pulse chain, the Pulse Dodge. They're going to have a really cool NFT program. I do think that will probably be fairly successful. Obviously not investment advice, but we'll look out for that when Pulse chain launches. Woohoo! All right, that's pretty much it. We got up to it, folks. Now in 16, and we're back at the hex price there, 13.27. Yes, boom. We can power back. Let's go back to the hourly. I'm going to get into the comments there because I love the comments, but I haven't done much on the comments today. Let's get on here. Bam. All right, so that's where we're at the stage. Nice little buyback there. Ninja says they also said Sack Checker is coming soon. For liquid loans. Oh, cool. That's fantastic. Thanks, Ninja. I missed that part, so nice one there. Appreciate the update. That's some alpha bomb right there. I love Ponzi schemes, says moderator hater. That's funny, man. It's funny. Toddles Johnny says, sweet, getting those gains. Yep. I'm here to help, says Brazology. I'm going to get up to Brazology's comments in a second. And Ninja says, yeah, I'm getting old and figured I should stop being so skinny. So for the Crypto Fitness Challenge, while everyone is losing weight, my goal is to gain 25 pounds in those same 9 days. Hey, Ninja, I just started my own weight loss thing today. So I did my starting weight today. I put that in the spreadsheet, and I've got to do the work. So watching the diet, and then I've got to do some hardcore work. So let's see how we get on. Ninja up to 7. What else we got to go there? I'm going to jump through some of these comments. Let's jump through there. We're going to jump through. Oh, yeah. A lot of people having the comments there. Let me jump through. Hey, I managed to go. Superman, switch the shared streams. Yeah, apologize for that. Trying not to do that. It's the second time I've done that in 2 days, which is annoying me. Are the Hex Lorian? Are the Hex whales waiting for the fork sideline ready to jump in? There's going to be lots of players like that, Hardy Hex Lorian. Overwatch is talking about doing big buys on Pulsechain for Hex, PX. I haven't actually heard the audio, but a few people have made that comment. So, it wouldn't qualify in court, but the people have heard that feedback. I've been wanting to watch it, but I haven't been able to find it. If you know the link to that, let me know in Discord what the link is to that original Overwatch video about him talking about $100 million or something like that. So let me know. Probably Review says, can you put the graphs back on the screen? Thanks. You've done that one. You weren't showing your screen. Yeah, I was a bit slow on that. Apologize. Cheap prices now, nothing to complain about. And it says you have to pry my Hex, Hedron, and Maxi from my dead cold hands, which still wouldn't help. You'll never find my seed phrase. I like that. We have liquid loans on screen. Yeah, unfortunately, I got rid of that though. That was let me jump through some of these. Crisis averted. You're fired. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna get in trouble. So when do we decouple? Maybe over the summer. I think over a longer horizon, I think people have shown that we are decoupled, but we do tend to follow the immediate play on the crypto market when there's immediate pullback. But this one's pretty severe, right? This one is a pretty severe pullback for 40 down to 27. Not only that, but we're down in the full bear territory under 30k, and 28,800 was the key mark there. Interestingly, we went down to that earlier in the first live stream. We managed to bounce back to 30k, and then we come back down again. Those shorters are relentless, and then we've just got to get the bulls get to take back charge. We'll see how we get on. I imagine that Sayers and all those are really fretting. Of course, the Bitcoin Trust and stuff like that must be really fretting as well with these prices. Let's look here. There are pros and cons in having institutions. They pump the price, but they also sell off. When you got institutions in, they act like they're in the stock market too, so they do the same kind of sell-off rubbish. But this one here was obviously, we had Terra in here. We had a whole ton of things going on at once. RDM says RH will launch mainnet perfectly in time with the market, as hell always does, and Pulsechain and Pulsechain will become the safe havens of the bear market. I like the RDM. That sounds so cool. So what in the plans has taught us. Nice. Let's go back to the Hex price there. I planted, what did you say? I planted all in the plan, yeah. I planted potatoes, Hex potatoes. I like that. They grow pretty well. Now, if you've ever done harvesting potatoes, I did it once. Spent a whole day picking potatoes and putting them into sacks. It was horrible work, and I was only about 12, and it was my introduction to hard work. It was not fun at all. Maybe was I 12? I might have even been younger. I was pretty young, not that young, but young enough to feel the pain. Hex potato chips, yeah. I always enjoy reading the comments on the big sales, says Davis. Jesse Jane says, well, I tried to buy some Luna and the gas fee was $312. Yeah, I said it's basically very difficult to buy any of these cheap prices because the ETH chain is so expensive. Yeah, but this is the whole point, right? This is why Pulsechain's coming. Pulsechain's going to be the hero and come and save us from all these high congestion periods. Because man, that's just terrible. There, $93 there on Uniswap version 3 at the moment. Even a base transfer there is $10.67. Transfer USD tether is $27 here. It's pretty some insane stuff. A Sushi swap $71, and a curve swap there $381. That's insane. Balancer swap $99. Banker swap $93. Some insane prices there, man. I'd hate to see what OpenSea. What's OpenSea at? Not even sure, but man, oh man. Add liquidity to curve, $460 at the moment. $460. Are you kidding me? Man, talk about a broken chain. Pulsechain's coming for the rescue, folks. Pulsechain is coming. Devs are running V3 already. Yep. And Brazil says, I'm here. You are here. And I read that ages ago because I was cheating in the screen there. Let's jump through there. Woohoo! Brazil says, absolutely. That's his tweet with the video. Yeah. So you can definitely check out that tweet with Brent Morrissey there. Very cool. I'm just trying to remember his role. You said gave a role the other day, Brazil. I couldn't remember it. Hex 4 weeks level, everything else 40%, 60% down. So where's the store value? Hex. What else there? Brazil, I thought I was going to guess Master Xandret at the first. Yeah, you got that right on the thumbnail. That's the Power Rangers. What is Terra Luna even used for? It says project speculation is what probably mostly. I believe Tortoise Johnny says I believe stablecoin lending protocol. Yeah, that's true. What else? The USDT for like UST? No, they're different as we've pointed out. They're kind of different here. So you got USD Tether here, backed by fiat and other cryptos in here and other assets. Can't remember what they all are, but that's what they're backed in, as opposed to Terra with these backed by their own systems. I think these are quite flawed. Endogenous collateral systems seem flawed to me. I think you may be able to design one the right way, but so far I think it's not going too well. CeeLo and SUSD are in ours though, but I think this is probably a better way of trying to solve the stablecoin market. Cool. Let's have a look here. So we got BTC at 27,300, ETH at 1,800, 1,900 almost, and we got Hex is at 13.27 there. Nice big buy. Let's have a look at that buy. What do we got there? 1.4, almost 1.5 million there. 197. That looks like a. Then we got a sell after that, so it looks like a bit of a pool drain there. Oh man, 0.8 ETH, really? That's some crazy stuff right there. All right, cool. What else do we have on there? There's some other stuff going on there. I'm just trying to think what that is. All right, cool. Let's see what happens with the next trade, eh? Let's see what happens with the next trade. What else there? We got a few things going on here. I'm almost up to the comments. I feel pretty good. Dave says, thanks for the input. Yeah, Dave's rocking it. Chris P in the house there. I'm going to put some beer money into Luna. If it goes to 0 to 1 cent, may recover long term and buy me a beer. That's probably true. iOS says, thanks for asking my question, Superman. Please, one more. Woo-hoo-hoo. And this is a good time to buy Luna. Tell me. Let's have a look here. I think so. It's like I said, it's probably in my speculative range now, and it seems to have slowed down since been doing a live stream. It seems to have slowed down, but the stablecoin has been falling. That was holding up towards 68 cents, I think it was. It's down about 10 cents. So definitely, if I was speculating, this would be in my range. But once again, not investment advice. I want you guys to make money, not get wrecked. And of course, Pulsechain, Hex is coming. We're looking for big extra returns in that. And of course, we get these big market corrections like this every so often they come along. And this is the time. This week has been the time for a major correction. It's major, man. It's major. I mean, Bitcoin's gone from 40 down to 27,000. That's a big deal. It's not a small event at all. So we were traveling along here around the 40K for ages. And then we got up to here on the 5th of May. And then, of course, 5th, over 5th to the 12th there. So basically 7 days, we have just fallen over the last week all the way down $13,000, just about 13,000 there. So a pretty big deal, man. Big deal. We broke the 30K mark, and that's probably the most important bit, 30K and then 28,800. So we're in very bearish conditions now. Woohoo! All right. What else we got there? My primary assumption is that PDC holds 24K in this pullback and rallies to 100K to complete the rally off for 2018. Yeah, some people hold that view, Hex GT. Well, I would hope so. I think that would be a bit of fun. And Wrap Luna on Pulsechain is going to be amazing. Lol, says Brazology. Yeah, it will be amazing. I like how you think there, Brazology. Where are we going to find that? Yeah, cool. I heard that his role was something with marketing. Okay, thanks, Brazology. Appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about, Brent, that we talked about before with the prediction there. I just thought that was pretty interesting stuff. What else there? Holstein, Liberatu to me ex Ethereum. It looks like some sort of Latin there lies beneath. How's your Wise token going, says Blouse? I don't know. Let's have a look at. I don't normally talk about those projects on this channel because I've already got other channels out there, but let's have a look. It's obviously the biggest liquidity pair in Ethereum is the Wise token, and let's go to Uniswap, have a look at see who is now the biggest liquidity pairs. Let's have a look here. I don't know why they never show up on here like this. Not sure whether is it pools on the pools. It's been a while since I looked for it. Wise token. Huh? Not sure why it's not showing up. It's weird. Weird. Where is it? All right. Press market data there, somewhere in here. Yeah, liquidity ranking number 4 there, and liquidity 138 million there, 74 ETH there. So that's where it's sitting at the moment. The price for 16%. So cool. Yeah, it's well, it's going down with ETH because it's backed by ETH. So that's the way it goes. What else we got going there? We're going to get back to Hex there. We've got a 13.27 going all right. And we've got Hexiest man in the world there. What's up, you all? Glad you're going over the stables. Taxonomy says that Hexiest man in the world. Hey, you're fine. And the boss still entertains his request. Yep. You mean Axion, says TexX as well. So cool. We've got a few trolls in the channel there. Nice. All right, so cool. Axion's probably going down, but once again, I've got different YouTube channels, so check those out if you want to check those prices out. Woohoo! All right, we will jump back here. The market at the moment is currently we got 27,500 on BTC, and we got at $1,900 on Ethereum, and it's looking particularly red at the moment. If we zoom in on that, woo! And what else we got? And any lights there? Only the stablecoins looking green at the stage. So look at other tokens there. Man, you got infinitely smallness there. Isn't that cool? Infinitely smallness. Man, oh man, look at that. Woohoo! Infinitely bigness. We get infinitely bigness there. And out we go. Nice. All right, cool. Let's jump into some of those ones. Hexagon says, good to see you. See that liquidity LUSD has kept its peg. Gives me more comfort with liquid lines USDL. Yeah, that's true. Let's jump over to some of this. We're going to go up to Terra. How are we doing for time? Hour and 30 minutes. We're doing pretty good. And we're going to check Terra here, up at here. 26.3 cents. 26.4 cents on Terra. We've also got, man, it's still going down, folks, so be careful. Hasn't found the bottom yet. And, of course, that is probably the lowest price we've seen as well. So cool. Terra stable here. Let's refresh that. 56 cents. That's holding up okay for the time being, but obviously to get it back to peg, that's going to be a really big deal. And, of course, so we're going to go back into – let's refresh here. Bam. So remember, everything on Ethereum is getting copied over to Pulsechain. So no matter what the project is, as long as it's on Ethereum, it's getting copied over. So it's going to be interesting to see some of those big liquidity pools obviously going to get harvested. They've got a lot of ETH in there. They're going to get harvested and, of course, set up in the Pulsex with the PLS. It's going to be fascinating to see that all play out, man. We're in for the time of our lives here for sure. What else we got going? Gwei, man, killing it here. 357 Gwei. Insane. And of course, let's have a look at where are we going else here. We're going to go look at. We're going to go into. We're going to have a look at Rack and Rochelle. See if he's got anything to say about what's happening in the markets. Oh, yeah, he's got a couple comments in there. We've got one comment there. Heading to dinner with the amazing crew of the Highest Estates, plus Quattro Cinco is back. It really is a privilege to get to spend time with these people, aside from when Patrick is not trying to kill himself. You got to admit, it started out sounding good. So we've got pictures in there. That's pretty cool. It's funny, the support there. I love that stuff. And yeah, cool. And nice. So this is going to be a pretty badass story, man. Rack and Rochelle may want to be the biggest venture capitalist in the world, but he's going to be pretty famous too while he does it. It's going to be pretty fun with that. We're going to, who's that guy in the Highest Stakes? Who's that guy? The crypto stuff, man. It's going to be glitz and glamour, man. Glitz and glamour, that's for sure. Now, wasn't this not where I was heading though? That's right. I was going to head to Pulsechain. So Pulsechain, folks, is up and running. We're going to close down a lot of these pictures here. Let me just close down. I'm going to close down a lot of these ones here. Decided to just reduce the load on the computer. We're going to close down liquid loans, keep the prices open, and go over to the chain here. So it's still operating 3% blocks. Index tokens. Hey, we've got rid of the index tokens. Man, that was fast. We were climbing fast in the first live stream, but look at this, man. It's the chain's indexed from the looks of it. So that's cool. I'm going to zoom out of there. I'm pretty sure that it's fully indexed. pretty insane. Index got no percentage there anymore. Indexing token still says indexing, but it's got lost the percentage. That's pretty awesome. Pi says Brazaji, yeah. Probably review says Ether's going down. Big groups pulling out of the market as world markets drop. Big groups pulling out of the market as world markets drop. Yep. Time to get more Hex. Just waiting for better Gwei. And it's now getting before Superman has to. Yeah, that's true. Squish the silver rats. Yeah, that's true. Silver, good old silver. Brazilian with the wrench and the rats. Nice, I like that. Alex Casey, it's funny to see insecure silver trolls being useless as usual. Yeah. Thing Wolf as well. Yeah, nice. And indexed. Yeah, it looks fantastic. I own a lot of silver, but I never get my future on it. Ridiculous. Talk about manipulation, says DB. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about the content, the guy, but I like your jokes there. All right. What's that one-off winning crashes? You guys, I love it when you make. I forgot that scene. It's a pretty bad scene. I love it when you make jokes or something like that on the table. Anyway, it's a little bit out of ordinary that scene, but hey, that's how we roll. So we're doing pretty well on the chain here, and of course we've got the new sacrifice stuff. We're going to pull that up too, as well. So let's have a look. We're going back up to the top here. Validators and staking. I'm going to switch the networks to Pulsechain and V2. It's V3 operating privately. You can actually see that someone posted it up for us kindly in the chat the other day, and we checked out the fact that was up and running. We've got the validators operating pretty nicely. We've got PulseX, of course, and we've got the Pulse Bridge. And of course, if you haven't played with PulseX and Pulse Bridge, definitely play around with that. There's lots of cool tutorials on PulseX and stuff like that in the video tutorials here, so you can access all that. So PulseX, and definitely playing that. We've still got a ratio of 3.19. So for every pulse, we get 3.19 PulseX, so that's still pretty good. And of course, the bridge here looking pretty nice. We've got the bridge here, Pulsechain to Ring B. You can just keep swapping tokens there and have fun with that. I got to stop tumbling up there. So we've got Ring B there. So that's the Ethereum network. You can go back to Pulsechain. Now, if you want to get access to the links for that, like the airdrops, you can just go to useful links, and you can get the Ring B Ethereum there. You're going to need that for the bridge on the ETH side, the Ring B side, if you're going to play with that. And of course, you got the Pulsechain stuff up the top here. If you want to access the Pulsechain testnet there as well, staking and scanning and all that good stuff, you can get into that. We've got Pulse Ramp there somewhere. Pulse Ramp bridge there. So look, there's Pulse Ramp missing. Have we got Pulse Ramp missing? Oh no, well, you can access that through the stake here. So yeah, that brings us to the same page. You do have access to the bridge. That's cool. And then finally, we're going to exit out of those two. We've got the sacrifice checker. So we've got the latest update at the moment, and of course 12th of May. So if you haven't checked your latest update, 12th of May is the latest. If you had on the Pulsechain, if you go to search the testnet with your address, you'll find the tokens for your airdrop. And of course, if you go to all tokens, let's switch by PulseX. You'll get this was the original contract 0AO, and of course 9942. This original one that was quite confusing at first. Looked like it was just a first version. It's got the same contract creator being the Pulsechain team, but this 9942 was the snapshot one there. So if you've got that version here, V2B, it should show up that balances that you got there on the testnet there with that token. So want to know that. Obviously, a pulse there as well. Not sure if it might be a PLS. And you got the pulse there. You got wrap pulse and normal pulse there as well. I think that was it on there. Yeah, cool. Let's see if we've got any new tokens. Actually, let's see if we've got any new tokens. PulseX. We'll see if we've got anything else popping up there. People have been advertising their tokens freely, because all they have to do is get them loaded up there and get them ranked up in terms of volume, and people will check it out. We've got pretty low volumes here trading at the moment, relatively speaking. Of course, we were pretty happy with these on the testnet, but I suspect they're going to be pretty amazing. Obviously, with the asset values going down, it's going to be interesting to see that. We've got Pulse taken back in charge here, almost back to 1 cent. Pulse here almost back to 0.3 of a penny. The incentive token $334 that'd be pretty interesting to see that play out. Obviously, Yield Farm is going to be after that token. And we've got Hex at $4.57. I'm sure everyone will be happy with that. In the real world, currently Hex is at 11.37 there at the moment. So we did have that next trade. That next trade after the profiteering there. This profiteering here, it's drained almost 0.8 ETH out of the pool. We ended up getting the next trade was a sell, and that pushed us down to 11.37 on the price. This on the USD V3 pair. And I think that was about it on there. So cool. I think that's probably it. We've got Mitra there, $5.20. Just trying to look for any Pulsarian there. So a lot of these third-party projects there, these Pulsarian, Mitra. We've got a few others there. We've got Pulse Dodge, Pulse LN, Hedron, Maximus, Algo, all these sort of tokens here. We've got 3 pages at the moment. Otropa, I haven't seen that one myself. XBear. That one there is a little bit questionable, that XBear, but we've got XBear, I think. Pulse Dodge, Pulse Senator, I haven't know what that is, and SXL here. Oh my gosh. All right, so cool, we got that. And of course, you want to get links to all those projects, you just scroll down on Discord and you go to your token and you can see all the links of all these projects. And I think we've pretty much got all of them there. I will check one or two of those other ones there in case like Bitely and stuff. Not sure what those are. But for the most part, we've got most of the good ones there. 1 or 2 are excluded because they don't look very good in terms of the coins. So definitely check that out. Get into Discord, 340 members, 350 is our target. And basically this is just a community site, a syndicated YouTube channel. So there's currently 3 channels running out of it, Gen Hex, Heinz Crypto, and of course Hex Token channel. And of course we want to have a lot more come on. It really is about an open community. Pulsechain's coming, man. And of course we want to have open mind, open hearts, all that sort of stuff. So if you're after good community, good information, this is the channel for you. And of course, we've separated out the Richard Hart tokens over here from the Pulsechain and airdrops over here. So you can definitely get that. If you're a Hex Token channel member, there's a private chat there as well. And of course, you get a purple name there as a Hex Token channel member too, as a perk in the chat. So it's pretty cool. But most of the comments stuff happening in some of these chats. So get into it. We've also got price chats and non-crypto chats, as well as obviously useful links and short video tutorials on Pulsechain, PulseX. If you want to learn how to do the bridge and the exchange, these are pretty good videos for that. So check that out. All right, cool. How are we doing for time? 1 hour and 42. And Brennan says, find a call back up live. Hey, Brennan, 1.5 speed. I am trying to talk slower too, just so that, we have a better time. Alex K says, silver strolls remind me of lefties on Twitter who can't handle opinions other than their own and very hard to shut down free speech instead, says Alex K. It seems like it. Good on them. Like I say, who wants to be that guy? That's my point. Who wants to be that guy? Not me. Do my best not to be that guy. Brazil says, I hope there is a V3 testnet, says Brazilji. Well, since they're doing that in the background, we already see that the chain ID is 142 and the V3 there, but it seems to be private, so cool. Lol, joke, says Brazilji. Get out there. Yeah, I see what you mean. Lol, you're joking there, because we have Pulsechain testnet. Just launch it, damn it. Damn the torpedoes, says Alex K. Exius in the house there with as well. Alex K says Pulsechain does need better block explorer, though the block scout is really unimpressive, says Alex K. I probably agree with that one. However, Matic used it for over a year before they moved to something better. Die coin looking good. Hopefully that copy has some value, says LS. I think so. It's probably going to be interesting with that one. It's probably one of the better ones, LS. Although I think Jesse the Pit Boss was talking about USC, I think. Was it UST or UST? I can't remember now. One of those two being he preferred. Get it to 100 likes. We haven't got 100 likes, 93 likes. Come on. Let's smash that like button. Beep, beep, beep. Smash that out for sure. And look at the ETH price, then look at Gwei. Even makes money in the slide, making heaps of money. That's right. So let's have a look at that. We've got ETH at 18. Waiting for the update, 1873, and we've got the Gwei there at 270. Pretty crazy, the Gwei there at 270. That's just insane. What's the use case for Pulsechain for getting all the awesome things we talk about all the time? It's just the utility, right? The gas fees are just insane. And way to go. Let's bring on Pulsechain, man. 25 cents, man. Terra's still going down. Like I said, it's a very speculative play. We haven't found the bottom yet. Still going down. Let's have a look at the USDT, UST, I should say, 56.5. That's actually holding up reasonably well still, but it was up at 68, 69 before. It's starting to fall down there. Look at that. Yeah, it was up here, 83. Only a few hours ago. I'm pretty sure I'm on 24 hours there. Only 24 hours, a few hours ago, it is back down to 55. And is it like a roller coaster ride on that stable coin? Look at that. That's a 7-day view. Now look at that. Just a boom, 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 boom. But that's got a lower high here. That's a lower high, and that's a lower high. So once again, we'll see where this goes here. Is it going to go even lower? Is it going to completely fall over? Probably not, but we'll see how low it goes. What's the market cap? 660 million. Rank number 79. Oh, man, it's going to go out of the top 100 soon, man. It's going to go out of the top 100 soon. Bye-bye, Terra Luna. Unfortunately, I shouldn't be saying that, but hopefully it does resurrect itself. You know, I'm not into the camp. I know a lot of people invest in it, so I'm got to be more sensitive about that. That's for sure. Morris says, great job, Suitman. I appreciate that. Big shout out to you. Suitman is the boss, as it's down. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Under a penny transaction. Here we come, said Brennan. That's right. So someone told me they worked out on like average transactions, transfers and stuff. You could potentially do 1,300 transactions per pulse. And of course, the pulse price charge being at 1 gwei. So interesting stuff there. Obviously, Polygon, when they had the bot attacks, they increased their chain from 1 gwei to 30 gwei. That certainly increased the price quite a bit. You noticed after having 1 gwei, I suspect we'll have probably better operation than that. So we'll see. Cool VIP, as we say. But in any case, you should, depending on the contract function you're calling, should be a lot. You should be able to do hundreds of transactions. The other thing, of course, is that because it's Richard Hart's infrastructure, his chain, then the S-load function, right? He can set the S-load function. It's going to be pretty cool. I look forward to that. So S-load is the storage function. Hopefully that's going to be pretty cool. And of course, it loops around every single day. Hex has a snapshot of the prices, the rewards and the T-shares, and then allocates the reward as go through every day. That's the way I understand it operates. And of course, that costs a lot of gas when you have to do that. That's why the stakes that are further out in the future, it costs so much more to do that. Now, if you want to work out the end stake fee for a gas for a function without actually running it, we've got actually a link for that. I think it's up in the Hex here. Let's look at Hex Noob end staker calculator. You can click on that, and it will bring up an end stake calculator for you. You can put in the days and the gwei, and it'll give you an estimate of what that's worth. So here we got 0.044 ETH for 365 at 50 gwei. So let's assume 50 gwei. Let's put out 5555, and you can see that gets up to 0.64 Ethereum there for the end stake. So obviously on Maxi, there's only going to be one end stake fee for Maxi for all the people that are in it, but that just shows you that the end stake fees there. Obviously, ETH 2.0 should be out well before that, and of course, sharding should help. But then, of course, it's all about the S-load function, which they've raised. I can't remember how many times they've increased the S-load function. I think I heard something like 8 times or something. If you know what the answer is, let me know in the chat. But I thought it was something like 8 times or something in that ballpark. They've increased the S-load function there. So cool. All right. So nice on that. That's a pretty good site, though. In calculate, you can change the gwei, of course. You get 100 gwei. That's 1.2 ETH there for you. If you did let's say you did 1830 at 100 gwei, and if you did maybe let's go down to 20 gwei, and you're looking at that sort of price there. So we'll see how we get. The last I've seen recently, I think the last I see was 12 gwei. So that's pretty much that. We got the 365. It's 1 year. So it's kind of in fee there. Obviously, it's probably going to end up being cheaper. This is the formula down the bottom here that they've got with the S-load formula there. Cool VIP, as we say. Looney says Pumpkin Owl. Obviously, with Pulsechain, we won't have probably that problem. Brennan says 1,300. I was happy with 100 for one pulse. Yeah. And what else? What sites can people check their stakes without connecting the MetaMask wallet other than StakeX today? Well, there's quite a few. So we've got quite a few stakes and a few sites in here. What have we got? A few here. We got obviously Hex Vision. You've got Hex Info. You've got Hex Vision. Hex Graphs. There's quite a few actually. And I haven't got them all listed here, but I will have them here soon. What else we got here? I'm warning stake Hex today. I think that one there, yeah. So at least these ones. So Hex info, you can go in and paste your address down in the bottom here, and you can see alternate charts when you do that. You can also do search on the address on the Hex.vision here. What else can you do? You can, not that one. You can paste your address and stake Hex today. You can do it on there. There's quite a few. So I haven't got the full list. I'm going to get the full list. I just haven't finished updating that. So there's another one. You can paste your address in there, connect your wallet. You can just paste in your address and see that. Cool. So there's a couple. Obviously, there's go.hex.com. But yeah, once again, you have to link in the wallet there. So that wasn't part of your question there. But there's some ones you can do it. Cool. There's heaps. There's quite a few. I don't know, maybe 10 or 15, somewhere possibly in that ballpark. A lot of people have made user interfaces to it. It's now says that question was for my most recent onboard. No sound, says D Deli. Is there no sound? Can you hear me? Testing. Sounds fine to me. Sounds are okay. Sound is fine, says Brazil. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, we're coming up now in 15 minutes. Can you believe it? It's 5 to 7 on Thursday the 12th there. And we'll see how many accounts that those trolls have got eventually over the next few weeks. Nothing much else better to do. So $27,000 is what Bitcoin is worth at the moment, down 12.4% in the last 24 hours. Ouch. Ethereum even worse, almost 21% down. $1,849. Man, oh man. We're in bearish territory now. We will see how far the knife falls. Luna there, oh my gosh, still down further, 23.7 cents. Speculative play for sure. When is the bottom? People will be trying to guess that, I'm sure, because people will be wanting a bounce back on that. They'll be speculating on a bounce back. And of course, Terra USD 58.4, and that's holding up relatively okay at this stage, but I think it's in a falling decline. I think it's going to it could waver down rather than be saved. So we'll try and keep up to date with that as much as we can. And Hex here at 11.39 on the bottom of support there. Woo-hoo, it's on the support line. Where will it go? That's the question. Now we're going to go to the daily here on Hex. Now we're coming up here, 8 more minutes for the live stream. So thanks everybody. Look at that red candle. Ouch. Obviously it's a big day in the office for these things. And thanks to the OGs that sold out for the last day for the penalties. But once again, it does drive the candle down here. And sometimes this sort of capitulation can help for a massive price bounce with Pulsechain coming around the corner here. We're getting close. So we could see a massive reversal of this candle as well. We'll see. We also got the issue around the AMM bot harvesting Ethereum pairs and the Hex ETH pair. So we'll see what happens to the liquidity in that pool. If people are trying to game that as well. So we could be in for a bit of volatility. Be interesting to see that. Let me know your thoughts on the ETH Hex pair in terms of liquidity play. Currently, 10 cents to 11.5 cents is out of sort of our defense line as we've hit before. But with this, we're not in normal market conditions now. The market conditions are in bearish conditions now. So we need to see what happens here. Cool whip, as I say. This might play out well for me because I was going to look to buying up quite a bit of Hex soon. So this might actually play into my hands as well. So there's always some buyers, no matter what the price is. You're going to get a copy on the Pulsechain, so it's 2-for-1 deal at the moment. So this is kind of, if you're looking to accumulate more volume, accumulation is the main game when Pulsechain is launching in the first couple of months. Then man, this is like a godsend in terms of getting this price at the moment. Especially after we worked all the way up to this 20 cent mark here. We worked all the way up there, hard work, and just once again back down. And of course, more buying opportunities here at this stage. How far is it going to go? We'll find out. We just don't know. No one knows. We have to wait and see. What else we got on the bot here? I'm going to go into that. Some of that. We got here 41 minutes, 2.6 million sold here. OX5DD. Have they got anything more? Let's have a look and see the address here. Bam, into USDC. What are we sitting on here? Tether. Nope, doesn't look like it. Take that address, and we can go to our links, and we can go back up to Hex here. And we've got Hex info, and we're going to paste that in. Let's paste it in, see if we've got anything else left here. Bam. All right. Let's go over here. Yeah, we've got one more stake coming up here. May, that's the May 23 next year. They got 1.5 million Hex coming up next year. So we'll see how they get on with that. What's that, 1,000 T-shares, is it? So obviously you got one left. We know what they'll probably do in a year's time, if now is any example of what they're up to. And what else we got in there? 4 hours ago. So that's the only one there that sell there. Cool VIP, as we said, cool VIP. We'll jump out there. Maxi at the moment, 1.68 ratio. So the premiums just closed down a little bit there. The all-time high is 70-80% there. Not too bad. And of course, the price is down at 19 cents there. So let me just close out that. We're gonna. I hadn't actually used that expander there before. That's funny. This expander. Look at that. Bam. That's cool. That is really cool. I didn't even notice that feature. But yeah, we're down there from. Price taking there, so definitely some sellers in there. Pretty low volume based on the candle there, though. That's just the way it goes. And we've got 1.1 million maxing back in the pool, so we're down about 700,000, 800,000. We're back up at 1.1. So definitely people speculating in the market there. Hedtron is currently at 1160, getting down towards the bottom of the range, which is 1,040. So we'll see how it holds up in the range there. And PLSD is at $1.80, still looking pretty good if you ask me. And of course, Pulsechain's coming. These are all on ETH chain, all going to get copied over. And of course, Pulse Dodge, the original one on BNB has to suffer under the weight of BNB pullback, which is where's BNB here? $233. Really? Wow. Remember when that was $680 or something? And now it's $231 at the bottom there, down 23%. On the 24-hour. That's pretty insane on BNB. And of course, we do all there on BNB. Have a look at the chart there. So yeah, all the way up here to 677, 655 on this chart. And of course, down. And there's nothing really other than apart from these chops here, there's no really reference points. So this is the last reference points we have. Once it goes down there, really the next price reference point is $134. But I just don't think when it falls like a knife, it just doesn't really care too much about these positions really. So cool, man, as we say on this channel. Let's get into some comments here on the Hex price. Going to leave on the Hex price here. Currently 11.39, and that's what we're looking at the stage. But we're all staked, so we're just sitting back, relaxing. Alice says, "We hear you." Nice, sounds fine to me, says Brennan. My phone must be crap, says D Deli. Oh, that's better. I hear you. Ouch, says Brennan. Yeah. Gas fees are cray right now. That's funny. Get X. Crazy. Cake looking nasty, says Cake. Oh, I haven't even looked at Cake. That's a good point. What's Cake looking at? Where are we up on that now? So look at Cake. Is it showing up on here? I'm not sure if it shows on that one. BNB chain. BNB. So on that one, no. Not sure if it's on that one. Let me pull up CoinGecko. Have a look at Cake. Hey, welcome everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the likes. Hey, we got over 100 likes. Woo! I like that. That's cool. Let's have a look at Cake. And Cake 54, number 54, $3. Ooh, down 35%, $3.47. Ouch. What's the time? 92% below the all-time high, $44. All-time low, 19.4 is the all-time low, and that's still up 16.83, 85%. And of course, if we look at the max chart there, that's our chart on the max there. So had its high, man. Its high was back 3rd of April 21, and it was $42.46. Wow, it is $42.46. So it's less than 10%. That's amazing on that. So, yep, that's been hit pretty hard. What else? Let's have a look at something else on there. We've got a few others there. What do you mean by liquidity play for X? Well, people, there's liquidity in the pair for Uniswap for the ETH pair. So it's going to get harvested. So maybe people pull their Ethereum out of that pair. That was my thought there. I load ETH there, says DB. Yeah. Hardy is a great guy, says it's now. Love your work, says Brennan. Nice one there, it's now. Nicholas Luxana's in the house there. I'll page you, no L tokens. I got to see you, Nicholas, in the house. Look at USD Tether. And USD Tether here. Oh, yeah, slightly less than peg, yeah, on the USD Tether there. Boom. Definitely slightly less there. Having a little struggle time. Just waiting for Gwei to relax for the stakes. Yeah, Gwei at the moment is pretty hardcore. We've got 263. Let me update that. 404. Oh man, $135 for a swap on V3. You see, it's really hard to even take advantage of some of these trades, especially if you're not wanting to risk too much capital. Like going for Luna, for Terra Luna, if you want to speculate on 25-cent price, it's still pretty hard to. Oh, 20 cents. Oh, here we go. I did say, what did I say? 13, 14 cents, something, 12 cents or something. Can't remember. Have to play it back on the video. I'm sure if you miss it, you might end up seeing it on another channel. If you miss it on this channel, you'll probably see me talking about it on another channel. 20 cents there, pretty hilarious. Man, Gwei's 455, 500 Gwei. Ouch, $170. Man, this market is crazy. It's all silly, right? It's all silly. Not based on fundamentals, remember. It's just based on stupid stuff. But that's what happens in crypto. So on the way up, it gets amazing. On the way down, it's also amazing, but in the wrong way. Bob Wells in the house. Hey, gang, watching from work. Hey, good to see you, Bob. Woohoo. Is the scenario great for Pulse launch? There are pros to it, Nicholas. There's some. I definitely think there's some detractors. My argument's always been the higher the asset value is, the more asset value comes over the chain. Also, the higher the price that the price discovery will go to on the chain. That's my argument for that. On the positive, of course, the ETH gas fees are terrible. And of course, that gives a great use case for Pulsechain. And also, one can argue for X returns, but I don't see that argument playing out. But here we are. We've got this is a great use case. Pulsechain, please save us from this nightmare. What else we here? Almost up to date here. People might be dumping UST into USD Tether, says Brown. That's definitely a chance of that too. I don't know, but that makes sense to me. Where's the bottom? Hex, says Pumpkin Owl. We don't know what the bottom is. We just know what our next range is. We're currently at the top of our defense range in Hex, which is currently where we are. So between 10 and 11.5 cents. And that's kind of where we're at the top of that range now. So we're definitely testing the waters here. If we scroll back there, actually, I'm going to have to bring in the Hex OG chart, V3 Hex log chart here. So this is the chart that's got all the data. The other chart I use only got data back a little while. So it only goes back. Let me go to the star chart. It only goes back to July 21. So it doesn't go back far enough. Let's go to the daily here. We're going to get rid of the ad there, daily. And I'm going to zoom in this one. We're going to have to zoom on the scroll there. Man, what happened to my chart? Auto. I want to auto log that. And all right, cool. I love auto. Auto's cool. All right, so that's where we're at the moment. We want to get back in there. We're going the wrong way. Hold up here. Hold up the horses. And of course, what was the question? The question was, what was the bottom? Well, at the moment we've still got that 10 cent mark in there. That's our 10 cents in there on this chart. Is that 10 cents on there? What's this chart here? Not like delayed. 11.5. This chart's still got the old price in there. Wasn't it updated on there? 11.3. Anyway, the chart's a little bit behind on this one. I'm not sure. Is it V1? Maybe I'm still stuck on V1. Yeah, V1. That's no good. I wonder this chart's got old stuff here. It's a V1 chart, this one. And I have to get out of there and show another one, but I just use this as the default. Anyway, it's got here, the price is delayed. It's on V1 liquidity, but we'll wait for it to update. So that's where we are at this stage. So 10 cents is kind of at that support line. We're already below this, though. We're already testing pretty close. And yeah, our next price target after that is down at 7-8 cent range. 7-8 cent range is our next target, which is May 2012. Below that, so it's pretty a long time ago, back in time. Right, cool. Let's go back to there. Hex. We'll go back to this chart and scroll up there. That's kind of our defense line. 10 cents to 11.5 cents. Let's see what happens. That's all we can say. 2 hours and 4 minutes. Can you believe it? Paved days in house. Any chance? Pulse launches this Friday, the 13th. It's a bloodbath. And Iowa Hex. I feel you out. I'm waiting for the bottom and gonna grab more Hex for my bag. Yep, people are waiting for that. Love the content, Superman, says J-Pon. I appreciate that. Thanks, buddy. Hey, you're welcome. I love the emojis too, and Bob Wells as well. This crash doesn't even bother me at all, says Brazology. Yep, if you're staked with your T-shares, you're just sitting back. And, of course, Hex price is still holding up pretty well. We can see that on the on Nomics. We did that little test earlier. Nomics. Yeah. And, of course, we go to the yearly chart here on Nomics, and we can see that Hex is still looking pretty good, up 110% on a year ago, based on this price here, based on this data here. Everything else is red, down massively. So from that point of view, still holding up pretty well. All right, cool. Look at the Gwei. Oh my gosh, 720. This is a madhouse. It's unrelenting. You know who folded this, right? It's the shorters, mate. The margin shorters. They're just driving this thing. Like I said, they're like hyenas, man, out on the prairie, mate. They just keep going and they see a good thing. The big money's at play here. Don't make me be an instant lunar whale by loading up, says Iowa. Yeah. What's the price now? Let's go. Oh, under 20 cents. Woo! Man. That's all I can say. This is like the only catchphrase I can think of without bleeding out anything else, which is inappropriate. That's some crazy stuff there. 19.5 on there and the 54 cents on the stable. Man, that is crazy. What's the Bitcoin? Bitcoin under 27. Woo, hold on to your hats there. That's the way it goes. It doesn't hurt stakes at all, says Bob. That's true. I have ice in my veins as well. The other thing, of course, in the Hex community, we have a culture of delayed gratification, of staking and time in the market. So we have all that. We also have Pulsechain coming, which is a game changer for this market. It really is going to be cool. Brennan's in the house there. ETH miners robbing the retail investor big time at the moment. Look at this gas price. Oh my gosh, $235, $216 now for a trade. Look at the sad face here. Average high. Sort of sad faces on here. We're sad as well. Yeah. I wonder how Vitalik feels about his chain basically ripping people off. It's basically like big. When gas fees are this high, it's like scam chain, right? People talk about scams, and it's like this. Look at this. This not a scam. When every transaction you're getting ripped. Obviously, it's not always this high, but man, so often it's been high. Last year we were getting this all the time, right? We're getting these sort of gas prices all the time, but of course that's the gas fight, the congestion in there. Chain's just not built for it, and they need ETH 2.0, right? They need ETH 2.0. They need a sharding, but of course, Pulsechain's going to be there first, man. Pulsechain's coming. It's coming soon. Let's actually pull up another one. Let me see if hopefully I don't overload it here. Let's have a look here. Where are we going here? What have I got here? Where is the video? Did I delete the video accidentally? I can't find it. That's the one there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's play this.
Which hopefully 14 days. Then it might be less. I don't know. It depends. It's software. It's hard.
All right. So that's RH. That's the man of the hour. So that's coming. It's coming. We're getting pretty close. So Hex there at 13.39. Let's go back to the hourly on Hex. We'll just zoom that up there too. And that's where we're at this stage. Cool. Obviously, you can get a lot more Hex now. It's down. It says nodding out, Superman. tomorrow, bro. Good night. Hey, we're up to 2 hours and 9 minutes. I can't believe it. We're doing absolute overtime here. Obviously got a really cool community watching at the moment. Out with the emojis, looking good. D-Hex says, do not panic sell. Yeah, that's what often happens. Always dangerous to do that in Richard Hart projects, that's for sure. I'm also all in on RH coin, so no emo at all, says Hex on there. Hex, yeah, absolutely. Sleep well, Mr. Now is now. It is now. Yeah, it's now. What else we got here? Brown says, I want people to panic sell so I can buy more, says Brown. And DB says, in all honesty, anytime now is a great time to buy Hex. Could go lower, but so what, says DB. That's true. D-Money in the house. Hey, D-Money has arrived. Could see D-Money in the house. D-Money in the house. I'm barely staying awake, but I do want to get some more X at its bottom, whatever that may be. That's true. And IOHEX says, I feel, DP Cooper, gas is off the charts. It is off the charts. 600 Gwei at the moment. I'm sure Richard's got to be tweeting. Is he tweeting about this? Surely he's got to be saying something about this. There we go. I am right. They are wrong. Bitcoin will crash 85%. So, yeah, he's out there at the moment. It's the last 3 hours. Bitcoin, by the way, check the date. And, of course, that was a great interview, actually, wasn't it, that one? Hex.com. Man, look at that. Nice. Very, very cool. You shall receive part 1 Human League. You asked. That was 4 hours ago. I didn't even know this came out, actually.
Someone commented on my video that
could be linked to tweet. So if you want to see that, this one of the excerpts out from Highest Stakes. So you can check that out on Twitter. I'll have to decouple from that. So let me just
dumped another $500,000 for luxury goods and making a haul. His dream has come true to be a luxury goods unboxer. I cannot congratulate Richard Schuler.
I got to play that. That's just crazy stuff there. Let's play that. Let me just get rid of some of the other videos I got. Remove. We're going to put that on there. Let's share the screen. Stop sharing. I'm going to bam. I'm going to add the share the screen here. Share. And we're going to play that. Bam. All right, cool. Let's full screen that. And away we go.
Richard Schuler dumped another $500,000 for luxury goods and making a haul. His dream has come true to be a luxury goods unboxer. I cannot congratulate the scammer enough. Someone commented on my video that I've done the impossible and become human luggage.
That was pretty funny. All right, let's get out of there, and we're going to remove that and share. Stop sharing. Sharing is caring. Let's open that up. Share screen. Let's go. Bam, bam. All right, nice. Right, so that was that one. I think that was it on there. Let me have a look out of there. Is it the last one they did? I think that was 11 hours. I think that's the one we wanted there. Cool with the car, and of course playing all these stuff here. Now this was a great interview. If you remember this interview, the host here was really, really cool.
So Bitcoin runs up, ETH runs up.
Zip on that. Let's play it. Let's link that in. Hopefully we will. Let's add that in. Remove that and stop the screen. Stop screen. Yeah, we're going to add that in. Let's go a bam. Oh, we got the right one. Yeah, nice. Let's pull it up and bam.
So Bitcoin runs up, ETH runs up higher.
The people in the Bitcoin ecosystem tell me, look, Bitcoin is unlikely to do what it has been doing in the past couple of cycles, which is about 80%, precisely because new institutional money have already been placed in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Institutional investors now with more money are likely to make the coin less volatile, so to speak.
It's not true.
Respond to that.
They're wrong and I'm right. I have a history of calling the top. I called the top on the day. I called the $65,000 top on the day and drew the chart. And then I told you that last cycle Ethereum topped 27 days later. Guess what happened this cycle? Exactly 27 days later, Ethereum topped. I got it 100% right. You couldn't possibly do better. And I did the same thing in 2017. So if you go to richardhart.com, you'll see me bragging about all the things I get right. And I don't delete stuff. So it's not like I'm deleting bad calls. No, I made one call on Bitcoin in about 2 years, and it was to call the top. So all those guys that have these fan fiction theories about, the price can't go below the cost of mining. They think that the cost of mining holds the price up. Nope, didn't last cycle, won't this cycle. Mining price follows the price. It doesn't lead it. People look at trailing indicators and think they're leading indicators, like Google search volume. You can't trade the Google search volume because it's a trailing indicator, not a leading indicator. These are reflexive systems. They do not have base demand. You do not have to pay your rent in crypto. It is a purely speculative play. The people bought because the price went up, so they bought, so the price went up, so they bought, so the price went up, and then it gets punched in the nose hard enough where it drops outside people's comfort zone, and the people that bought the dip lost. You could have bought 20% dips the whole way up for a year and made a killing. But this time, when you bought the 20% dip, you lost half your money. And now people will sell because the price went down. So they'll sell because the price went down. So they'll sell because the price went down. And this concept that the world's richest guy can buy, who do you think is going to follow him up? You got another world's richest guy waiting behind there to follow him up to buy his bag, to buy the top right after him? It's crazy. No. Once you've already got the world's richest guy on board, it's time for a dump. You got him. And then when you finally shake everybody out and you get the last weekend out, then you get to go up again. I've been in this for years and years and years, and I have seen these cycles over and over again. And I'm the guy that calls the prices right. And all these other guys that talk, link me to their price call and show me where they overperform.
Okay, so all right, so
that was pretty interesting from Richard. Let me just pull out of that and stop screwing that, and we're going to add in the share. All right, cool. So that's from Richard on that one. We're going to jump out of there and go back to Hex. Cool. We've got Hex at 1379, definitely at the fence line there. Not sure what happened to my scroll button there, but we're going to go back to the daily on there. Let's get into the chat. We're going to wrap it up. We're up to an hour and 16. So we're going to definitely wrap that up there. And we've got our support level at 10 cents. We're currently at the top of that range, 11.5. So that 1.5 cent range there has been our defense before. And we'll see how we get on. This is not ordinary times. We've got a major market pullback, which is unrelenting at this moment. So we've got Bitcoin under 30K. Under 28,800 is really the key point there. We're at 26,900. And, of course, ETH under 2,000. So we're going to see where it goes, where it lands. Once again, like Richard said, they keep feeding on themselves. The margin shorters get in there, keep trying to attack the injured beast, as it were. So we're going to find out where we land. Hex is on 11.39 cents, Maxi on 19 cents, and Hedron at 11.60, PLSD at 180. Pulse Dodge on the Binance Smart Chain at almost 0.5%, just 0.5% there. Very, very cool. We've got Autonomics, of course, in the top 10. Hex is the only one a year on year that is in the green. So all the other non-stables out of the green in the Autonomics top 10 there. Only Hex has still got a nice little green percentage gain. All right, cool. Let's leave it on Hex price. We're going to roll out of here in the next couple of minutes. So let's see what's in the chat there. I'm going to read through that. Hopefully I'm not too far, but I don't even know where I am on this chat, the comment now. We're going to go through some of these. What else there? And all honestly, says TV Cooper, anytime now is great. Let me just go to the hourly. That chart's just too much on the daily there. There we are. That's better. Could go lower, but so what? Yeah. And iOS says, I'm barely staying awake, but I do want to get some more Hex at the bottom, wherever that may be. I feel yes, says Iowa. Gas is off the limits. Gas is insane. Look at that, 790. Let's refresh that. Oh my goodness, 790, $260 to do a Uniswap trade. Man, oh man, that just slows down the volume. In 5 years' time, it won't matter if you bought it 10 cents or 12 cents, says Crispy. That's true. I bet Richard is having intense combos with his developers about launching this as soon as possible, says Briz. Like the D-Money in the house, no rush. And man, the studio's kind of crazy lately. Looking for to out pulsing ETH in the future. That's true. Like that on their property review. Jeff Anderson's will the Luna issue ensure that we get out of the blocks on launch really slowly? No, I don't think so. I definitely like the higher asset values, as I've always argued. Joshua says no sustainable bounce until 10,000. Aren't we holding Pulse anyways? What's the upside? ETH is a grandpa. And no offense to grandpas, but hey, software is hard. I says stressful struggle. That's true. We got 124 watching. Hey, welcome everybody. And what else there says? Lies Beneath says, lol, for me is more panic by Hex. Yeah. CEO's in house. Hey guys, just coming in. Did you see the beginning of USD Tether dump? It is definitely under pressure at the moment. 98 cents. Yeah, definitely that's changed. It was not. It was sitting at $1. Definitely look at the USDC. Okay, 109 on USDC. So money's playing into USDC at the moment. This has just started to happen here. DAI is at 106. BSD at 105. So USDT is having trouble now. Man. This is incredible. We are watching it live. This unfolding in crypto. This is a major event that will be remembered in crypto folklore here. Crazy USDT at 95. Yeah, that's insane prices there. What else in there? We've got a Nomics. Can we actually filter by that on Nomics? Nomics on stables. I'm just trying to remember. I haven't actually looked at that filter. All crypto. What filter does it give us? All crypto. That's what it's got. All crypto. I thought it would. Blockchain. No, I want all crypto. I don't want all crypto. Not sure where the filter is on there. Assets. Actually, they haven't filtered for that. Where's the filter on this one? No, it doesn't have a filter. That would have been cool if I'd had a filter. Anyway, this is what we'll do. We can see BUSD here and BDT. I've actually got my watch list though, haven't I? I've got my watch list. I've still got my watch list up. Watch list over here. Yeah, there it is. So man, look at that. 107. 50 cents in UST Tether. DAI at 106. True USD at 103. Frags at 106. Man. That's interesting. Another victim, is it? Pulsechain, Pumpkin Owl says Pulsechain can't come quick enough to save us from such ridiculous gwei. I heard eventually gas fees on Pulsechain could get as well. Yeah, over multiple years, the chain's got to fill up first. That's the question. It's going to start pretty empty, I would suggest. Rex says stressful struggle. Chris Bacon, true. I feel better about myself buying the dip and making every freaking cent count. Not even stable coins are safe. Now, remember, we talked about stable coins, the fact that decentralized ones are definitely under pressure there. Maybe the ultimate is the exogenous decentralized algorithmics. Maybe the USDL is going to be better too. Richard reads mean tweets. Yeah. What else we got there? 5 days says, while we're winning, it would definitely shine the light on X by launching now. All it does would take notice. It's true. That extreme, I agree with you on that. I need to get a job at McDonald's. Is stressful struggle. Got to go feed the ducks later. Peeps says J-Pon. Good to see you, J-Pon. Thanks very much. See, man, I really need to hear euphoric woohoo. Not a half-ass kick one. I'm tired, says OIX. Nice. Got to go to bed until next time, says cheers, LS. And we're wrapping up here. I'm just trying to get through the comments. Imagine working at McDonald's for a whole week. You can't even pay ETH gas fees. It's true. It's now not over when it's over. We got this. Richard dumping Bitcoin says stressful struggle. That's funny. 50 BTC blocks. I hate the who else is going to buy argument. The whole middle class and everyone with $1 in their pocket. That's true. CI says USD Tether at 94 cents. In case you hold some, maybe go to USDC. Yep, that is definitely in the cards here. USDC, definitely looking good there. Could Luna bounce in a while, says Chase White, or is it dead? Well, no one knows. The market will decide. At the moment, it's looking dead. It's going down. It's not over yet. And of course, the stable is also getting still holding 50 cents. Kind of weird, but it's still holding 50 cents. The Luna token itself is really having trouble. And the gas price, it's really crazy out there at the moment. This is crazy time. What do we do in crazy times? Typically, if you're not in a bad position, you do nothing, right? You do nothing. DB coordinates says coordinated attack has to be. This is brutal. Thank goodness for Hex. DB, you're absolutely right. The big money playing games with the shorts, the margin shorts, will be smashing this market at the moment. That's what they do. The bears are in control. Loaded up on Boss Bag and Uniswap, and then stop short out of principle. Gas is offensive. Yeah, absolutely shelling. That's what I'm saying. It really does limit the stuff going. It's serious opinions. How low we get, I think Hex is going to go. Well, so far, Hex is holding up at 11.39. Really, people holding Hex are going to decide where it goes. So far, some of the people have decided to either end stake and sell, and some. Where was that back here? We were up here. So people back here. We had some early in stake people were selling. We've had some other people selling here, but no, not any in stakes that I've seen. Those gas prices, says Pulseformer, 850 now. I mean, it's insane. We're talking about close to $300 in gas fees. Dean says it's exciting to watch the fireworks from the sidelines. I really feel sorry for Luna bag holders. Me too, Dean. I think that's very, very true. Dunkin' Donuts, yeah, you could work at Dunkin' Donuts. You wouldn't be very thin after a while, would you, though, at Dunkin' Donuts? You get pretty overweight with that. Hey, man, we're coming up to 2 hours and 30 minutes. Can you believe it? I think we're going to have to wrap up. This is amazing, but I might have to wrap up. I've got to have some dinner. It's currently 7:30 p.m. here in the evening. And, man, what an epic live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed some of that. We talked about stable coins, went back to some theoreticals. And we're going to do more on stable coins in the future, but yeah, we covered liquid loans. I think it's going to probably be one of the better ones. It's definitely going to have that Pulse, the exogenous backing with Pulse, and of course the one-to-one should work out pretty well, I think. Remember, it gets locked in. It's not a mint thing. It kind of gets locked in place, so it's going to be cool. I think that's probably it. Let's wrap up here. So we've got USD Tether there looking pretty hardcore. Definitely stables under pressure there. We'll see how they get on. USDT still holding 98. Imagine if we log back on tomorrow and it's like 70 cents or something like that. That'd be pretty crazy. BTC having a fight back. Woohoo! 27,836. That's up $1,000. It's having a fight back. Let's see how we go. It's going to be a bit of a jigsaw there. Gas prices at 700. Insane. Terra there one more time. 18 cents. Stable coin at 51. Hex at 11.39. Maxi at 19. Hedron at 11.60. Pulse Dodge at $1.80. And Pulse Dodge Pulse Dodge coin at $1.80. And Pulse Dodge on BNB at 0.5 cent or just over 0.5 cents there. And of course on Nomics, we are still holding as the only green coin in the top 10 on Nomics, which is pretty cool. And Richard's probably had a lot of fun with these posts, to be honest. So cool. I don't even know how to get out of that. How do I get out of that? It's not even letting me out. All right, we're going to close that down because it's not even letting me out there. All right, out 2030. I think it's pretty awesome. Sure, Luna will bounce more down. I think Luna's going to bounce it sometimes. Makes it's just a matter of picking it up. But I do think it is pretty speculative, right? Pretty speculative. Hit the likes as DB Cooper. Absolutely. Tether down too. Yeah. What should we leave it on there? We'll leave it on there for the last one there. All right, so Tether down. Let's sign off here. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get some dinner, watch some sci-fi. That's how we roll here on, what day is it today? Thursday, 12th of May. 12th of May. Pulsechain's coming, folks. Pulsechain is coming. It's going to be the hero of crypto, and the timing couldn't be better. Super high gas fees, erect crypto market. Pulsechain's coming, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm cheering for Bitcoin, not worried about Hex, says DB. Night All says KD. Hey, Luna is F. It says Brownie. Yeah, that's true. Right, take care, everybody. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Smash out the like button on the way up. And hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. And of course, if you're not new to the channel, also get into Discord, heading towards 350 members. Great community, good information, a great place to be. We're going to rock it right through Pulsechain into the future for the next 2 years. You got to see more of us here for sure. Take care. Hello. Good Halo. Yeah. Halo's out today. I think Halo is out today. Episode 8, hopefully. That'd be really, really cool. I'll be watching that. CI says, thanks, guys. Take care. Absolutely. If you're a Hex Token channel member, smash out the emojis. And on the way up, bam. And if you want to join as a channel member, hit the join button. We've got Pulsekins, Hexkins, and the Richard Hart Club. And of course, we are Maxi channel for sure. Although I do have other channels on other projects because that's just how we roll. We're in crypto, for goodness sake. That's just what happens here. Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I added in the USDL token there in gold. That's the USDL gold version of the icon there for USDL. Isn't that cool? I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was pretty nice on that one. All right, take care, everybody. Let's post out some of these things here. Thanks for the show, reviewing Downtrend. Thanks, probably review. See you next time, says Briz. Good to see Brizzy. And Pave Day as well. Enjoyed dinner late. Yeah, absolutely. UST pumping to 50 cents. Yeah. Great show, says Bob Wells. Appreciate that. I can't buy a lot. Yeah, the gas fees are prohibitive. Buy the tips. If you can afford the gas fees, you'll be able to buy $300 for a trade. You might be able to do that. That's for sure. All right, take care now. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Pretty awesome. Take care out there. Woohoo!